That's funny. Oops. I'm an idiot. I was literally just talking to myself for like 2 minutes straight. And I didn't click start streaming. I clicked record instead. So, good job, brain. Good job. That's why I was late. I clicked the wrong button. All right, is my chat working? Let's see if my chat works now. Yeah, I was like, weird. Normally, chat would respond to like some of the things. Like, it'd be like, "Hi, Soul," and then no one was responding. I was like, "Am I having a stroke?" And I did have a stroke. I just clicked the wrong button. So, anyways, the things I was talking about when I wasn't streaming, but I thought I was streaming. I know how to pronounce her name now. I believe it's Ching Chue, but I'm not super confident on that because various reasons. I don't know. I don't speak Mandarin or any other variation of Chinese. So it probably sounds slightly different than my English speaking brain said, but anyways, I know how to say her name, but I'm still going to say QQ because like whenever I type out her name, right, and then I'm talking about her, I just type out QQ. So my brain is so used to being like QQ, QQ, QQ. So she's called QQ, anyways. But I can actually pronounce her name now, so you can't yell at me. Is my point. She has gotten upgrades since the last time, since my like where I pooped on Dan Isle, and my opinion has not changed from that video. I still think Jing Liu is a better designed character than Dan Isle. I think Dan Isle's design is kind of boring. Not like visual design. On a visual level, he's super flashy and cool. I think he looks really fun. If I hadn't built QQ, I almost assuredly would have gone for him. But he seems really pushed damage-wise, and like it's like once you build the team around him being able to eat skill points, he just does stupid consistent damage. That's like, it makes me concerned. But anyways, I got another copy of her light cone, so we're at 0.3% per damage or per energy, which is good. More damage for QQ. That happened last time, and then the only other notable thing is I finished Bronya. So Bronya's traces are maxed out. Well, not all of them. I don't really care about maxing out all of them, but I maxed out her important ones, the damage percent buffing ones. So now whenever Bronya uses a skill with Bronya's light cone, QQ gets 96% damage bonus, which is decent. And then, of course, the crit damage buff, right? So that's nice. I have not quite finished. I forgot I hadn't actually quite finished leveling up Ting Yun's most relevant traces. I do actually want to fully max out Ting Yun because I technically get, well, okay, this one is not that relevant, but the defense could be relevant. The attack is a little relevant. And the basic attack, like, because Ting Yun has to be built attack, and like I just happen to have some crit stats, particularly when I get some like simulated universe or, you know, whatever buffs in going, Ting Yun can smack for some damage on her basic attack. So, and she's doing a lot of them, which is to say, hey, damage stats aren't useless, and it's not useless to level up her a little bit more, but for now, I just gotta get this. Did I? Oh, I remember what I was planning to do. Yeah, I haven't farmed for it because I was planning on just finishing this with the rest of the battle pass rewards. So, anyways, gonna say QQ because honestly, still don't know how to pronounce. But yeah, it's Ching Chue, like Ing Chu E, Ching Chue, Ching Chue. But QQ is easier. So he was, hello, it's me, NextSnap. It is NextSnap, the best character in the game. No bar. I honestly think, like, much as I love QQ on like a damage dealing level, I think QQ is one of the best designed. On a visual design, character personality, I have a bias towards Fox's and her design for a kit. Like as a harmony unit, the downside of her being squishy is a good downside for the things she provides, right? So, and soon I will have E6. Probably, maybe, hopefully. We'll see. Anyways. Oh, the other notable thing for QQ's team, this is actually probably the biggest thing I changed. So QQ has like a first turn. Let's go do something while I can demonstrate this. So QQ has a first turn problem. Use technique 2 times. I can handle that. Blam. And blam. QQ has a first turn problem, right? Where like I want to use Tingyun's skill in the first turn. I want to use Bronya's skill in the first turn, and then I need to use QQ's skill in the first time. And QQ has her own passives that mitigate this a little bit, of course. Oh, good, we have this one. Great. I still have no idea how to consistently get this one, so I might have to do a freaking daily mission. But anyways, let's just synthesize one of these. That's fine. Blam. And then, what do we want to farm? I guess, what is this? Yeah, we're wait, why am I farming? Why am I farming this? Oh, I know why I'm farming this. Yeah, we're gonna farm this. Today's video was very good. Thank you. It was a lot of work. I hope it performs at least decently. I don't have any like realistic expectation that it'll, you know, actually really change anything. That would be my dream. That's why I stated at the end of the video. It was my dream that it would change the 4-star situation in Genshin and Star Rail, presumably. But, anyways, the 78 pity 78 pity even possible in Lanko banner? I don't think so. No, I believe the pity system is exactly the same as Genshin, and in Genshin, the weapon banner is impossible for it to go past 77, if I recall, even though it says 80. And presuming that they basically copied it from Genshin, I believe it's the same. So yes, I believe it's impossible to go to 78. Even though it says 80. So anyways, I'm still stuck at difficulty 4. I haven't even done difficulty 3, not because I don't think I can, but because I just haven't tried. I haven't done much Swarm, so that's what this stream is. Anyways, so you see I have 4 skill points. I put Locha on, I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, by the way. Oh, you can't see his artifacts. I put him on the HP artifacts. Or sorry, the 4-piece healing set that gives you an additional skill point, because QQ has a problem, right? She does have a passive where, or is it Constellation? I don't know. It might be a Constellation or a passive. Something where the first turn of the battle, she gets a skill point back automatically. So functionally, right, it means that with Lucha on said his name 2 different ways there. One of them is correct, or none of them. He gives an extra skill point, and then QQ functionally gives an extra skill point, which means functionally I have 5 skill points on the first turn, which because I want to, you know, do Tingyun's skill into Bronya's skill, which sometimes, you know, Bronya did refund with her E1. Sometimes Bronya refunds with her E1, but 50% of the time on the first turn, she does not refund on the E1. And then I only have 2 skill points, which is functionally 3 skill points because QQ refunds one of them, right? She refunds the first one. It just heavily, basically, Lancha, I found this change to heavily reduce QQ's like first turn variance, to a significant degree. So I quite like actually having him on the healing set, the 4-piece healing set instead. Right. Instead of, I think I had him on 4-piece Musketeers before. The only problem is now he is below 134 speed. And I actually tried fixing that yesterday, which I will show you with a relatable piece. But yeah, Locha was really close to be, so 134 speed is like the main breakpoint for like speed thresholds for most characters in this game, in case you're not aware. And the main reason for that is Memory of Chaos, is because in the first round of Memory of Chaos you get 2 actions per like 1 action that enemies get, essentially, if you have 134 speed. It's like the first main big breakpoint that you ever want to care about reaching on most characters, essentially, right, is 134 speed. There's further breakpoints than that, but that's the most important one, is generally speaking 134. My Locha on the new set went from being over 134 to being at 130, which means he only needs 2 speed substats to get to it, to get to 134. But since I took him off of the set that gave him speed, that it makes it more annoying. I need more speed substats, and he's just below that now, right? So anyways, I'll show the thing that if I hadn't gotten unlucky yesterday, I would have fixed this yesterday, and I was very, very sad when I did not. I was a sad boy. I was a sad boy. So anyways, good morning. Let's stop rambling and get into Swarm so I can actually not be rude to the VOD viewers or something. I forgot to use Bronya ult. I was talking and I forgot to do anything buff related for QQ. This is like minimum damage QQ you're seeing here. Anyways. And now I'm not going to have skill points, so it's fine. We got a refund on Brawny E1 there, which is good. We got Autarky. Alright, he is very dead. Very, very dead. At least it didn't end up being 133. True. This is true. I hate Swarm. I like Swarm for the fact that it has propagation path. Oh, you're very dead. There we go. Cool. Okay, so the main thing I could... Sure. The main thing I could get... I mean, it has EHR speed. I should keep it. Is healing bonus... I need a healing bonus body pace for Locha with speed substats. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Anyways, before I continue there, let's just show what I'm talking about. So he's at 130 speed. So like relics wise, the main things I could get a different headpiece that has a speed substat, right? The crit is like not the most useful thing for Locha. It has 2 attack percent rolls, but I would definitely prioritize like one with speed. So that could help. Is just that's why I'm farming the set right now, is to try to get just something that has 2 speed substats in it, right? These are unlikely to be improved because it has a whole bunch of attack percent, 2 speed substat rolls, and effect res, which I need for I need a little bit of effect res at least for these. So that's unlikely to be improved. And then this does not have speed substats, so I could get you know speed substats on this, but this already has some attack percent, so it's hard to improve it that much for Locha. And it's outgoing healing boost on a body piece, right? So it's actually a fairly rare piece to get specifically, especially so it's like it's unlikely I'm gonna get that. Most likely I'll get this with speed substats before the outgoing healing boost. And speed boots are speed boots. And then this could be improved, right? Like I could definitely get a better attack sphere. I did not see a single attack sphere. I've only been farming, you know, this planar ornament set since it released in Simulated Universe, doing at least, you know, 8+ runs per week, at bare minimum. And this is the best attack percent sphere I've gotten for Locha. I've not gotten one with a single speed substat, including I have already used up all the planar ornament doubling things for the event. But I used I did a Hail Mary, and I was like, you know what? I don't have any energy regen rope that has speed and a substat on it, and it could be really useful having speed as a substat on an energy regen rope on this set. And it's useful to have extra energy regen ropes in the future. I might get Fushuen, and probably will get Lynx that I might need extra copies of energy ropes in the future, so screw it. I'm going to use my remodeling resin on an energy rope from the Broken Keel set. And somehow, it had speed on it. And I was like, yes! I got my Locha to 134 speed as long as it rolls once into speed. And it rolled into crit rate and EHR. F*** you, game. Ugh. You trying for 100% EHR Locha? No, not really. I think he's at like 50. I'm not even sure. I've tried like multiple different light cones on him, and I still haven't decided which one I like the most. I do know I don't care about using this one on him, because this one just increases his ERR, and I have found that I oftentimes will leave up his ultimate to be able to have it for cleansing debuffs when I need in particular fights. In the harder Memory of Chaos sustained fights where I want to always keep his passive up all the time, 100% of the time, it might be better to switch to this one. But honestly, what I'd be leaning towards is actually switching to one of these two. So Quid Pro Quo is one of those, like, it can give so much energy, and I can immediately go and get this to R5 too, or S5. So it would refund 16 energy to an ally, a random ally whose current energy is lower than 15%. If you can control Quid Pro Quo, it's incredibly strong, and can like help you reach significant new breakpoints for like using more ults on characters. But it does not benefit Locha's ERR. This one is interesting too, though. Shared Feeling. I have fairly high refinement. Increases healing, of course. But then when using skill, which means every time, you know, Locha's skill auto procs, it regenerates 3 energy. So this is definitely, Shared Feeling is definitely worse on average, I'd say, the Quid Pro Quo as far as like potential utility, because it's just like automatic free energy and extra healing bonus is kind of a no-nonsense light cone option that I don't have to think about. The current one I have is just for effect res, so it makes it less likely for him to be, you know, controlled by something. But his passive is such that, you know, it's weird. Point is, I don't think it's necessary to build a ton of effect res on him, but it's nice to have a little bit at least. So it's weird. All right. I think I'm inclined though. At this time, I am pretty inclined to do quid pro quo instead of this one. Is what I'm probably gonna move towards. Because I have felt like he heals more than enough, even at Mach 10, and I have him at level 6 talents still. Right? Like I can get him to heal a lot more if I need to make up for a little bit of healing bonus loss by switching to quid pro quo, and I don't think losing the 16% effect res will matter that much. So, anyways, when Lynx comes, no promises. I might do a stream when the Lynx banner is live in a few days. By the way, I'm calling it Lynx banner. I just made a video this week on wishing for 4 stars, and guess what? I'm immediately going to do. I'm going to wish for a 4-star. I'm not disinterested. What am I doing? I should play the game. I'm not disinterested in Fushuen. But like, I don't think I need her that badly, necessarily. But I might get use out of her. I would appreciate having more options for like putting Luocha on like a different team in Memory of Chaos, and then I could have Fushuen if she's a good sustain unit for this team, for QQ, right? And that would be a more buff for QQ, and would also open up more potential for like mono quantum QQ in the future, right? But with like Silverwolf, if I get Silverwolf too, biatch, it's like I don't know if I want to go full on that mentality, so I don't know. My goal is to get Lynx in particular. Lynx is also quantum and can do mono quantum QQ. That's annoying, by the way. See, that was statistically unlikely to happen. I didn't pay attention to what exactly was happening there. But that's why like Luocha's like on a new skill set was important, because this situation where QQ on the first turn didn't get her enhanced basic attack happened way more on the first turn if I was like when I was using Brania's skill. Like if I wanted to try to guarantee getting QQ enhanced base attack on the first turn, I'd have to not use Brania's skill, but that loses so much damage, it's like not even worth it with how I've configured this team. So anyways, this is way more unlikely with Luocha on the new healing set that gives one extra point at the beginning of the battle, but sometimes it's still get unlucky. It happens. I think that was a relatively unlikely thing that happened, but it's fine. The most annoying thing about that happening, by the way, is like that if you don't play QQ, you probably don't realize this. The most annoying thing about that happening is not that like QQ doesn't, like, she did meaningful damage there, like in single target. She still like dealt enough damage in single target because I used my skill so many times that I got so much damage percent bonuses. She still did a lot of damage, enough to like kill an enemy that might be annoying. So like the damage is less of a problem. It's annoying to not have the AoE damage because that's where QQ's strength is, of course. But the bigger problem is you see her tiles down here. She when she doesn't have her enhanced base attack, she only uses one of her tiles, which means your next round is kind of screwed, because you're almost assuredly not going to get much damage percent bonus, or you're much less likely to get any meaningful amount of damage bonus the next round due to that. Although I'm getting slightly lucky here and she's not drawing the tile, but watch her draw the tile right now. Told you. See? So I didn't get any damage percent bonus because that's the sneaky thing that screws it the most, is when you don't get your enhanced base attack the first one round, it then screws you over the second round more because I didn't get to get the damage percent bonuses from using QQ skill. QQ wants to be in a state of using her skill a lot. So it doesn't matter for this circumstance of just farming for shit, but anyways. Sorry, I'm in tutorial mode again. This is supposed to be testing QQ against the Swarm stream, not what I'm doing here. So, anyways, blam. It still is fine because it still like resolves itself, because now you can see I had more skill points this turn. And it generally gets into a flow state that it doesn't actually affect things. Like QQ is still very consistent, I want to be clear, even when you have like unlikely or unlucky things that screw you over in some form. Really? Your butthole? Could you be less alive? I thought you would kill him. Die. Thank you. Wish I had Bailu. I'd give you mine if I could. Defense. Wow. Attack. Crit rate. EHR. Or, yeah, EHR. I don't think I'll ever need that, but I guess I'll lock it.
Let's be friends.
I like listening to your QQ tutorials. I'm thinking about building her. Nice, nice. She's basically Dan, but she's a 4-star, so she'll show up more often. That's my opinion on her, and more interesting to play because she takes more mental thought always. No matter how well you build her, you still have to like mentally weigh the basic probabilities, and like as you play it more, you'll like intuit it that it becomes much more natural. But like, yeah, I don't know. And this is a very, very vertically invested QQ team. I mean, very clear, but like, it's also super fun. So I'm gonna do this because more damage percent bonus. And we're gonna see, like, I don't know, this is probably gonna be, let's see, 300,000. That was less than I thought. How many? I don't remember how many skills I got. Oh, no, that definitely didn't crit on you. That was unfortunate. I could have potentially, yeah. Anyways, whatever, it's fine. It didn't actually matter. I was just hoping to. Usually, when I use QQ's ult in this in domains in this situation, that would have killed them. Didn't I just use Bronya's ult? No, I didn't. Okay. I for some reason thought Bronya's ult was already up.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend.
Oh, apparently, I haven't actually verified this. I only saw this from one video from Globus Certified. Apparently, when you use like buffing abilities, so this is why like I use Bronya's ult after QQ got in the enhanced state. Situationally, I'll want to use Bronya's ult before I get in the enhanced state, regardless of this, because I might need the skill point that I get from Bronya's light cone. But apparently, when you use buffs like Bronya's ult, Tingyun's ult, after QQ's already in the enhanced state, so after she matches 4 tiles when you use her skill, you see the countdown on the turn here? It says, 2 turns left on Bronya's ult. This, after QQ's turn ends, it will not count down if you use the ult after her enhanced, after she goes into her enhanced state. So she functionally cheats out like an extra turn out of the likes of Bronya's ult, or if I did Tingyun's ult, she cheats out an extra turn of that character, of those characters' buffs. And that apparently also works on Blade, if I recall correctly. So cool little tech that I actually didn't know about that I learned. And it means that like it means that Bronya in this team can basically, if I do things properly, and don't have to like use Bronya's ult for a skill point on occasion, should I use? No, we're just gonna auto. You can basically permanently have Bronya's ult buff up the crit damage and attack percent. So yeah, is nice. Can you stop having... Bro! I hate this. Why is this annoying? This shouldn't be this annoying.
Better late than never. Let's be friends.
There we go. Like, for real, you had 1,000 health left. Oh my... Stop giving me booties. I don't need your booties. I mean... sure, wrong set, I guess, but like, sure. That could have been... If that was the right set, that could have been an upgrade for Clara or something. Oh, I should talk about my... Oh boy, this is just going to be a talk no jutsu stream, I'm sorry. I should talk about... Do I keep this? I don't know. What? Sure, I guess. I've been pre-farming a bit for Jing Liu. Before I was farming this to try to get Locha up to 134 speed, once I realized probably wanted him up to 134 speed, I was farming a little bit of the Ice Wind Relic domain. Cavern, whatever. Oh boy. Alright, well that's fine because we have this. This should do a meaningful amount of damage. There we go. Please, they all died, right? Yes, good. Awkward thing when battle switched between different phases. You can see that counted as QQ's turn because the battle ended, so now it went to Tingyun again, which is annoying. But she still has autarky up. So it's like, it's fine, but it's slightly annoying. It does mean I can do things like that and be at 0 skill points and be fine. But notably, I lost the most notable thing about that when that happens is I lost the damage percent bonus from using Qingque's skill 4 times, right? But I still have autarky, so in this case it's actually more than fine. And I can get a little bit more damage percent bonus by doing this, you know, and it'll be fine.
The storm.
And I still have Bronya's damage percent bonus from her skill. It's a big part of the reason I like Bronya in this team, and I like skill spamming on Bronya, so anyways. And... okay. It was okay. But yeah. Losing the damage percent bonus is when it goes to battle 2 out of 2 is unfortunate. Doo-doo. 2Q makes me think too much. I like Unga Bunga. Fair. Built her on Rudolent and 4-piece Quantum. Still need an attack rope for planar. Yeah. It took me... man, I was in farming hell for Rudolent for a while, and then I finally got a decent attack percent rope, and as soon as... again, all these weird pieces that I don't think I need. All I need is like a freaking... I need one of these, but a 5-star that has freaking... like, I just need a speed subset, and I need to roll once. It is... anyways, I want to leave this freaking... I don't want to keep farming this freaking healing set. Anyways, what was I saying? Having a stroke. Oh, yeah, until I got a freaking decent attack percent rope on QQ, and then realized, wait, attack percent sphere is more than competent on QQ. This is not gonna kill him, I don't think, because we don't have many damage percent bonuses here. But no, I lied. Okay, the magic of critting consistently, I guess. What was I saying? I don't know. Doesn't matter, apparently. Bam. So yeah, the what was that? I was farming for Jing Liu, and let's go back to what I was supposed to be talking about. I've actually got a decent set going for her on 4-piece Musketeers, which might seem weird, but I have gotten shite all for Musketeers artifacts, and I have a good number of like good quality, or sorry, I've gotten shite all for ice damage artifacts when I farmed it for like a week, and I was like, I'm not making good progress in this, so I went and checked, and with my Musketeers pieces, I can have a very healthy amount of crit rate, very good amount of crit damage, very good amount of attack percent stats, and Jing Liu would be, without like using someone like Bronya to cheat out not needing to use speed boots, she'd be at over 134 speed, that breakpoint I mentioned before. So all in all, basically, I have a pretty good Jing Liu build on 4-piece Musketeers. 2-piece Musketeers actually does something, and then 4-piece gets her past the breakpoint for 134 speed. I don't know, I consider that pretty good in my opinion. Wow, we got autarky. Wow, we're getting really unlucky. I mean, this is a weird case of like getting unlucky there was actually good. Like we wanted to get unlucky for QQ there. I just didn't expect it. Like the chance of that happening where I got 3 scales and I got autarky was low. Because she started with 3 tiles match at the start of her turn, but I'll take it. Because it's gonna be some big ol' QQ damage here. Blam. It didn't. I think the extra damage from Ting Yun crit there. That's why I saw crit on the screen. But 40,000, that follow-up damage definitely did not crit. That was. Come on. Why does this do it every time? Somehow. This is why I need Fu Xuan, because I need that 10% extra crit rate. I need the 10% extra crit rate on. Clearly. I need the. Can you die? I need the 10% extra crit rate on QQ so that her attacks crit, and then I can save 1 round on farming. That's a terrible reason to get a character, to be clear, especially a 5-star. But also, why? How do I keep on getting effed in the slightest ways by and having to take an extra round in clearing this? Your messenger piece rolled speed. Let's go. Yeah, nice. Gamba. Ooh, decent. All right. We're gonna do this. See if we can kill these, and we'll save our outer. I think it did. Good. See, saving our outer turkey is ideal in this situation, even if it's not going to give, even if we don't get any bonus damage from our skill usages, right? So it's just, again, part of the weird decision-making tree of QQ. I'm gonna do this. Do this. And again, if you layer things like this, she has no damage percent bonuses from her skill usages. She still has the 96 from Bronya, and then she has another like 52 from Ting Yun in this case, so she still has like 150 damage percent bonus going right now, and the crit damage bonus, and the attack bonuses, of course. And then, of course, She also has the light cone damage bonus, so she's got plenty of damage bonus still going here, right? And that's why I purposely tried to save the autarky for this round.
Let's be friends. This
All right,
battle is
surely,
lend me your strength.
surely we'll kill him. Oh, wait. Every time! That was unlikely to happen. She only had 2 tiles matched at the start of her turn. Ugh. That means out of the 2, she drew 2 out, like, right, she draws, when you use her skill, she draws 2 tiles out of a set of 3. And because she only had 2 tiles to start, that means she matched a 33% chance of the 2 tiles she would needed twice in a row. So that's a, what in 9 chance that happened or something there? Ugh, I keep on getting, why? Why does this keep happening? I just want to kill him in, like, 2 rounds. And, like, keep getting screwed in the stupidest ways. It's just funny. Yes, I'm pulling Fushuan more for speed on... no, okay. Okay, well... yep. Alright, that's just about how you expect Relic farming to go, I guess. Use all my freaking... I should have really probably been farming for... these things right now, but it's fine. Blam. Does that give me enough to get Tingyun's ult up to let max? Probably not. Oh, definitely not. I definitely do not have... No. Need 11. It's going to take a second. Alright. Well, anyways, enough QQ things. So, if you want to see what my Jing Liu in progress build is this piece. Has a bunch of crit damage. It's definitely the worst piece I have for her, but it's not bad. You know, it's part of the reason I'm fine with farming musketeers right now. It's like, hey, if I get a better headpiece or whatever. I plan to probably steal... I'll give Clara something else. I have enough hand pieces that Clara can get something functional. I plan to steal this piece from Clara, though, for Jing Liu, which is a really good piece. I got this really good piece. This is a really, really good crit damage piece, right? It has 2 attack rolls, 3 crit rate rolls. Like, that's very good. And then Speed Boots that has a whole bunch of attack percent and crit damage rolls. That's really, really good. Again, Jing Liu, for those that don't know, Jing Liu in her enhanced state, which you want to keep her in most of the time, she gains increased 50% crit rate, which means you need a lot less crit rate stats. My current relics that I have, I believe Jing Liu will be at like 90-something% crit rate. So, yeah. And then Ice Damage Sphere. I got this during farming this week with the double whatevers. It's not the best sphere in the world, but it still has a bunch of crit rate. And again, as long as I don't go over 100% crit rate is still very, very good. Like, don't underestimate the value of crit rate. Crit rate is only less good when you reach the 100%, right? So she will not be at 100%. It does make like crit buffers like Yukong, crit rate buffers like Yukong or Fuxuan slightly less relevant, right? In that case, so I still would prefer crit damage slightly over crit rate, but it's still very good. And then I actually would probably steal this rope from Sela, which has 20 crit damage. So all in all, I think if I did my math correctly, I don't know if I'll get Jing Liu's Kona or not, but if I did my math correctly, I should have... Did I get the ultimate to deal? No, I didn't. I forgot about that. Well, let's go do a daily quick. I should have like 230 crit damage with like 90% crit rate on Jing Liu, with a good chunk of attack percent stats and reaching the 134 speed threshold. So, yeah. Why is Rudolin best in slot on IL? Because it gives bonus normal or basic attack and Rudin, so increases the wearer's crit rate by 8% as long as you reach the 70% crit rate threshold, which I believe IL gets a whole bunch of crit rate traces, so it's like, it's much easier to reach. On QQ, Rudolin is also really good. It is much harder to reach the 70% crit rate on QQ than it is Dan IL. Not saying it's easy necessarily to reach it on Dan IL, but it's much harder to get the right balance on QQ, especially if you don't run a crit weapon, right? Which, there's not that many crit weapons on Air Edition anyways, so... Anywho, right now, what was it saying? Oh, so yeah, increases basic attack and skill damage. So any character that deals a meaningful amount of their damage, or most of their damage through basic attacks or skills, basically wants Rudolin right now, is what it is, so, yeah. We're gonna have DPS Fuxuan and Tank Topaz at this rate. That'd be interesting. Keep in mind, what? Use function. Oh, I have to take a picture. Keep in mind, like, I know you're making a joke, Sylveon, but for reference for anyone else that's watching, you know, like, again, it's the same as Genshin, like, ultimately, right? I'm going to use, actually, my Jing Yuan that I do not use as an example. Look, I have 2-piece effect res on Jing Yuan. Why do I have that? Like, why does he care about effect res? But it's all about giving your character the most stats you can give them. Now, in the case of Star Rail, something like the Rudolin set, giving 20% damage bonus if your character is dealing most of their damage through basic attacks and skills is a significant bonus, and you definitely really want 2-piece of Rudolin on someone like QQ, Dan IL, Jing Liu, right? Because it gives a whole lot of stats. But ultimately, all these artifacts do, all relics do, is give your character a bunch of damage percent stats, right? They make your character's damage go up. So, but it's all RNG, right? When it comes to what you do at any given time, you just want to put the pieces on your character that are the best to make them do the most damage, or make them heal the most, or whatever, right? For however you need them to function. And for that reason, you can have situations like my Jing Yuan, where I had a 2-piece effect res, which, if I hit the 30% effect res threshold, which I don't know if he's not, but, so functionally this 2-piece bonus is doing basically nothing for Jing Yuan. But I have this attack percent rope with 9% crit rate and 23 crit damage. This is like similar to a 50 crit value timepiece in Genshin, right? And then I have this freaking sphere with it. Like, the wrong sadness, right? But like, it's definitely if I was going to use Jing Yuan, this is the most damage percent stats I could give him. Therefore, these are the best relics I can give him, even if it's the wrong set, right? You just give the most stats you can give them, regardless of if it's the wrong set. So, like, don't throw away pieces. It's just unfortunate. Particularly, the fact that there's no off pieces, to be clear, in Star Rail really sucks. It really sucks. I think there's a lot of things about Star Rail's relic system that makes it a little bit less miserable, particularly if you hyper invest in building characters. But then Genshin. But not having any off piece really sucks because the set bonuses honestly are more relevant as far as like the damage they give in Star Rail compared to Genshin. So Rudolin is best in slot on Blade 2. Doesn't Blade do a bunch of follow-up damage technically? I think Blades, a lot of Blades damage counts as follow-up damage, so I believe Inert Sasato counts as his best set, right? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Inert Sasato, so you'd want something, yeah, because ultimate and follow-up damage increases, but double check with someone more knowledgeable. I think XTMR, I don't know if they're watching the stream right now, on my Discord server uses Blade, if I recall, and really likes them. They probably know better than I do. But I'm not sure. I know Blade does do basics, so I don't think Rudolin is necessarily bad, to be clear. Yeah, so you can argue for Space Stealing Station. In my case, Space Stealing Station is definitely not better for QQ. It's an easier one to farm for because it doesn't have as hard of a requirement, but it still requires 120 speed, and like I'm not running 120 speed on QQ because I'm cheating with QQ speed by spamming Bronya's skill, right? Like Bronya's speed is essentially QQ speed, and I also have a whole bunch of attack percent already. Like I'm running attack percent sphere such that like the attack percent I get from Rudolin is not insane. So yeah, to be clear, but it would ultimately the bigger deal is I'm not running speed boots, so I don't have 120 speed on QQ. Did I finish? Yeah, I finished. Okay. Just spam through as I wasn't paying attention. Alright, is there any pieces I got that were relevant at all? I don't think I did. I don't think I got a single relevant piece today. That is sad. Did I get any, like, better damage pieces for Jing Liu or something? No. Okay. What about alternate pieces for Clara, I guess. This could be double crit, right? I'm not coping. Rip. Maybe still good enough to roll, but not good enough. Dunker. Alright. Oh yeah, I got that. Or no. I got... Wait, what did I get? I got something that was a double crit, right? Oh yeah, I got attack percent double crit on the friggin' healing set. Which, yes, could technically be Lucha boots if, like, my goal... If I stop caring about speed on him, which there is situations where I might, so it's actually not irrelevant to have, I guess, but he doesn't really care about the crit that much, so it doesn't matter. Anyways. Alright, yep, nothing. You know what I will do, actually? This is the dumbest thing I think I've ever had to do this for, by the way, but we're gonna do it. Because we're playing QQ, we're gambling. I hope none of those were relevant, but I've usually been pretty liberal with locking my pieces if I think they have any chance of being relevant. So that I can just go in there, hit salvage, and not have to look through them individually. What am I doing? Alright. The most likely thing we can do to fix my Locha is get... Where is it? This set on a headpiece. It just needs to have speed and hopefully affect res and attack percent. That is not that. Rip. I mean, I don't even want to level it up. I'm not even going to bother leveling up because, like, if it had to be clear, if that had one of the stats I wanted, I would level it up, right? If it had attack percent, if it had effect res, I would level it up. It has none of the stats I want. So it's Pooh Bear. Alright. Well, another day then. More farming of that set for me. It's fine. Blam. Alright, swarm time. Sorry for delaying. I just had all the things to talk about that I hadn't mentioned before about my Star Rail progress. Star Rail is just a live streaming game for me at this point because... What am I doing? Because, I don't know, there's no idea in my mind that I have that makes sense for, like, individual edited videos. I could have made, like, an edited video on QQ, but, like, my 3-hour stream from QQ, like, my thoughts were so complicated about QQ and the nuance of using it that I was like, it's just easier to stream. Yes, there is a select all button. No, it might be relatively new, but yeah, I don't know. I've been using it for a few weeks at least. Wonder if Blade will get stacks with Jing Liu on the team. I mean, you could do, like, Links targets Blade to make sure, like, Blade gets targeted more and hit more, right? I don't know if Blade will get stacks from Jing Liu, making him lose HP. I think it counts as damage, though, so I think the answer is yes. I think Jing Liu and Blade will work pretty well together, particularly as Blade is fairly skill point not heavy. Yeah, I've only done difficulty 2, by the way, on Simulated Universe Swarm Disaster because I haven't done much. I did, like, the tutorial ones, and then I did Simulated Difficulty 2 because it had 2 summons. I was like, clearly I need to choose the summons. So I don't know how this is going to go. We'll see. Level 79 is much higher level, so let's go. And of course, we're choosing... Wait, I can't choose propagation yet? Oh. Well, that's sad. Collecting all chapters of Swarm Disaster and completing the adventure mission Swarm Disaster at the end. All chapters of Swarm Disaster. Wait, like, does that mean I have to clear Torture's difficulty to unlock propagation? Wait, really? All chapters of Swarm Disaster, right? Like, these are the chapters of Swarm Disaster, right? Or is it not? What is the chapters of Swarm Disaster? Well, I have no idea how I unlock the propagation path. What I actually have to complete, it's not very clear there. Oh well, we're just gonna play. It's fine. What path, chat? Choose for me. Yes, QQ. My QQ is E6, definitely. I need those 2 summons. Now I see why you're mainly a gambler. Exactly. Well, let's be real. I bet the majority of people doing Swarm Universe did, if they clicked through to see what the first time rewards are, if they didn't click through, they might have just, like, gone to the default. But if you clicked through to see what the rewards are, and you saw, the lower difficulty one has summons, and the more difficult one does not have summons. What should I do first? Let's be real. Let's be real. Hunt. True. 2 people said hunt, and then someone said abundance. Nihility. Sylveon. I don't know if nihility would make any sense for... Yeah. So, anyways. Blessing Trotter. Cool. Okay. We're just going to go straight down the line because there's a swarm straight down the line, and it saves the most points. We're going to choose Curio because there's a lot more new Curios that I haven't gotten. Increases damage dealt by characters' techniques by 200%. That's really bad for me. I'm going to choose it just because I haven't grabbed it before, though. I didn't even read the other ones, to be clear. I maybe should have, but it's fine. My QQ's so strong this won't be a problem, right? Schmack.
Welcome, customers.
Welcome, customers. Let's go. Alright, buff the gambler, and buff the gambler. Didn't get the skill point back. That's probably fine for the first fight. And we already matched. That's good. I'm not even going to bother using ults because everything's dead. Perfect. Oh, I forgot there's 2 battles. Maybe I should have ulted then. Oh well. Gamble. Gamble. Frick. Darn it. Okay. I have 2 choices here. One is use QQ's ult, one is use Bronya's ult. Bronya's ult gives a skill point. Which has, you know, a high chance of getting QQ to, like a 70% chance of getting QQ to be able to match tiles. Or I could use her ult and just, you know, kill things. I'm going to use her ult because it's the safer option. And it gets energy back on QQ anyways. Gives me more reason to use. We're going to choose this. I don't need... The phrasing on this is a little bit weird. You know, after launching attacks, characters deal additional damage equal to 36% of their HP. If that's like an additional instance of damage that can crit, I think it's really good. If it isn't, I don't know how good it is. This seems decent. Bam. Clean. Praise the deer. Yes. I hate the deer, but I also appreciate the challenge the deer gave me. Because the deer, like, effed me. It screwed over my... Like, my QQ team took a while to get to the point where I started beating the deer consistently. But that was, like, partially because I was also, like, figuring out how to use QQ. Because I was, like, building the team, working on it at the same time as when the Deer Simulated Universe World 7 was released, right? So, like... I like transition. I like went from like hating the deer. I still kind of dislike some aspects of it. To be clear, he's a butthole in some ways. But, the satisfaction when I wipe the floor with the deer is so good. Like this QQ team with a good Simulated Universe run, I have been able to one cycle the deer in Simulated Universe World 7. Oh, that was so satisfying when I like the deer didn't do anything other than its opening moves that it does at the end of at the start of like each of the 3 phases of the deer fight, right? So, that was fantastic. Oh man, it was so good to wipe the floor with the deer in that way. And every time I've fought the deer, like, since then, I basically don't lose anymore. Wow, really? Well, that's unlucky. I feel like QQ is determined to, like, that's fine. Like, QQ is determined to show the statistically unlikely things constantly to make you think that QQ is worse than she is. But, you know what? It's fine. More QQ for me. That's how that works, right? If other people build QQ, I have less QQ to use. She's a limited resource. No, she's not. Character provides healing to restore HP equal to 12% HP. That seems meh. Dot. No. Recycle. Meh. We'll choose the hunt one. It's fine. Might give us an extra ult sometimes. Who knows? What do we get? Speed. That's garbage, but whatever. We could go to the Trotter, but I don't personally think it makes sense to like lose. This is bad. I don't know how bad it is at difficulty 3, to be clear, but I imagine it's more and more bad as time goes on. Did it just change the swarm? Did I just lose the swarm that was ahead of me? No, I need the swarm because the swarm gives the propagation buffs. Interesting. I haven't seen this one before. I'll just take the fragments, though. I haven't found the, I haven't done much swarm yet. I haven't found this to be the most relevant, so I don't think having extra rerolls is that relevant versus, you know, the game giving me free things. So, yes, there's swarm ahead of me. Good. What Eidolon would you say is minimum to have fun with QQ? Yeah, probably E4. I do think you can make it work without E6. E6 is really nice to just really, it really just improves consistency, right? Because it gives you an extra skill point for your next round, which at bare minimum you might need to like, you know, use to restart your Ting Yun buff or whatever the heck. So I definitely am very not confident that this implementation of a QQ team would work without E6. I haven't done the math to try to like simulate that or whatever. Oh, I broke the thing by accident, whatever. But yeah, I do. E4 is definitely the important fun constellation for QQ. Can I see them here? No, I don't think I can. I'll try to go over them real quick. How important I think some of QQ's constellations are. But, it's weird because like E4, it's only got a 20. Her E4 is you have a 24% chance to. I don't know why it's 24, but if I recall correctly, it's 24% chance every time you use QQ's skill to get autarky. Which is, she just got it there. It's just that little purple symbol down there, which is where she gets a follow-up attack when she does her enhanced base attack. Actually, she doesn't have to do her enhanced base attack. She always gets a follow-up attack after you do her basic attack. But it's I don't know. Yeah, we'll just use crit rate. It's fine. Sure. Start a battle, restore HP equal to 20. That's not very... Oh, wait. Start a character's turn. That's different. Number of cosmic fragments. I kind of want to choose this. What was this saying about QQ? Something about... but yeah, E4 for the follow-up attack is really good, but it's also, like, not some... It's uncommon enough that's, like, you can't rely on it happening, right? So it doesn't fundamentally change how she's played, but it can meaningfully increase the amount of damage she contributes over time. Right, so it is a big damage improvement, but it's not something you can rely on. Versus the other RNG aspects of QQ's kit that aren't the E4 aspects, you play this decision-making tree around, and E4 does affect the decision-making tree. But it's because it's so uncommon, you can never like plan ahead to be like, yeah. You don't make decisions about like when you have QQ's E4, it doesn't change your decision-making being like. Because you never want to make a decision being like, okay, I'm going to specifically decide to use Bronya's skill this turn, and this is only going to pay off and be worth it if I get the 24% chance of getting autarky, right? Like, if that's never a decision you want to make, because you want to make the safer, more statistically likely situations to keep consistency on QQ. So, something that is less consistent is not something it is a big decision factor. It does affect some things, but... It's definitely a big damage increase over, like, if you curate over, like, an extended battle that lasts 4 or 5 rounds, right? But sometimes you just might not get it in a battle, too. I want to choose this because I want to complete the book. This has the potential to synergize with that thing that converts all of your fragments into crit damage, which could be bonkers, but you know what? We're just going to try to complete the book. We'll go for boring for this round. Also, it seems like it might just be OP, yes. Swarm. Let's see what we get for a propagation thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna go over the constellations. Eidolons, sorry. Eidolons. Ultimate deals 10% more damage. It's not useless. It's a damage upgrade. Every time draw tile is triggered, Qingque immediately regenerates 1 energy. I consider this basically useless. Because most of the time, there's many situations, I'm not going to go into detail of them, that I save QQ's ult. So, in giving 1 energy per tile she draws, like, very, very rarely is this ever relevant. This is basically useless in my opinion. I don't think anything would meaningfully change in the vast majority of cases if this didn't exist. There are rare cases where I might, like, see QQ be at, like, oh, is she almost up on energy? And then you can like go into the details page, and see that she has 138 out of 140 energy, and use that as a decision making factor in like how many skills you want to use to guarantee getting an ult up back, or like whether or not you want to use Ting Yun's ult kind of thing. But it's very rarely relevant. E2 is garbage. E3 and E5 are just nice damage upgrades, like more than you might expect, because it can, again, like all of her strength comes in her damage percent bonusing. So like where's the damage percent bonus one? Yeah, there we go. So skill, increases damage by 30% until end of turn. this, I believe, at level... So this is level 12, right? At level 10, I think it's like 20, 25 or something. So the Eidolon that increases that, which is E5, is pretty good. Ultimate and talent level up is... What is her talent? Talent, I think, is her... Oh, Oh, there we go. I'm bad. No, that's technique. What? Am I having a stroke? Oh, talent, yeah. Oh, talent is just an attack percent increase, so yeah. E3 is meh. It's fine. It's a damage upgrade. E4 is autarky, again. Like, it's definitely a big damage upgrade and makes her more fun to play, I would say, notably. But it doesn't hugely affect the decision-making tree. And then E5 is a good damage upgrade. And then E6 is, you know, giving skill points back every time you use a basic attack, which is important. For some like my team, where I want to spam Bronya's skill every single turn, so getting as many skill points consistently is good. How necessary is it? No. I don't know. I've only used QQ. I only started using her after I got her. I got her E6, and I was like, sweet, I want to try using this character because she seems interesting on paper. And then it turns out she's far more than just interesting. I fucking absolutely love how she's designed. So I wish I had built her before I had her E6, so I could properly comment on how much of a difference her E6 made, but I can't, unfortunately. So is what it is. That was terrible. Sure, we'll do this. I don't think Qingyun, if we had E6 Qingyun, we might... Yeah, no, well, actually, no. With E6 Qingyun would not have gotten her ult back either, that's unfortunate. So I guess we're just not going to bother using Qingyun's buff. Pop. Pop. Oh, they almost all died. No, they did all die, functionally. Alright, perfect. You don't play QQ, QQ plays you. Exactly. Alright, damage dealt by basic attack will deal damage equal to 30% of the original damage to a random adjacent target. Each skill point character consumes the damage received by them, reduces by 8% for one turn. This effect can be stacked by up to 2 times. That could be really useful. Again, these I don't know how hard difficulty 3 is, so we'll see. My main concern is the final boss fight where the things apply so many freaking debuff stacks that you just like QQ goes to her turn and then she just dies because she takes like 5,000 stacks of dot damage. So this could genuinely just make her live. After a character uses their skill and it did not unleash an attack, all allies damage dealt... Oh, okay, obviously this one. Alright, blam. Look, the middle one is probably better with how, particularly at the difficulty 4 or 5, I imagine. Can move to a domain in the closest. This is gold. So rewards... Oh, okay, cool. Double trotter rewards, except for there's no trotters. So, alright. HP Curio can be a run saver in the final boss. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, it doesn't really matter. We'll choose this one because it has imaginary weakness.
Time for another round. Let's get
QQ loses her tiles when beating up enemies. I love the lore behind it. Yeah, I love the flavor of this lady too. Like her just being, she's the most fucking relatable character in this game. It's being, her minor lines about being like, her trying to being annoyed that like her boss is giving her attention because she just like works because she has to work to live kind of thing. She doesn't want the attention. She just wants to like be completely average at her job, and it's just like, I like you. She's the most NPC looking character, and the fact that she just murders everything in sight when properly invested into her gamba is just fantastic on a flavor level.
lend me your strength. Choose my strike. Become my turn.
That's fine, I guess. We'll get our ult back, and then we can do some more shenanigans next turn. We're gonna be capped on skill points, but it's fun. Smacking my fox. Let's do this. Just double checking what their weaknesses. Rude. You are almost dead, Laucha.
Better late than
Yeah, okay, these things are smacking hard. I wish I chose the reducing damage one, although that would have only affected QQ in this case. Alright, let's do that. Did not get her ult back, not that surprising. Let's see how many skills we get. 1. I mean, not that unexpected, but unfortunate.
Look at the draw. Freeze and
Blam. okay damage.
Thousand wonders to
There are situations where you might want to use Ting Yun's ult on Bronya, of course. I don't personally think this is one of them, most likely. But... and schmack. Didn't get out turkey, so nothing insane going on there.
welcome
I hate all the... man, dot is the sneakiest thing in this game where like I don't notice it stacking up sometimes on your characters, and then they just... it's just... right now it's not doing much damage, but like...
lend me your
it
strength.
can do a lot of damage to your characters, and it's really annoying. By the way, there, if I was low on skill points, right there... really? I should have used Bronya's ult, apparently. Right there would have been a point where I should have... this is slightly awkward here. Okay, to be smart, what we're gonna do... so the reason I'm hesitating here is because he just like annihilated my team down to like half health, right? And he's gonna take an action before Bronya takes an action next. Which means we gotta be slightly smart here. Who do we... Bronya will be fine. We're going to do this.
You chose the wrong
Now we're gonna do... yeah, Bronya's more tanky. She'll be fine. QQ might die. We're gonna do Ting Yun. Get the field up. We're fine. We're fine. We don't get Bronya, but that's fine.
Welcome, customers.
Alright. So that was just a that was a situation again. Normally I like to scale spam on Bronya, but that was a situation where like I wanted to make sure my characters didn't die, so I had to be a little bit smart. We're just gonna... yeah, okay. I could have used a Bronya ult or whatever, but I was just pretty confident it was just gonna die. Alright, advance forward, that's... yeah, we'll probably just use that. 1 to 3 random blessings for the current path after obtaining this curio. That seems incredibly strong. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. We'll check this, I guess. This one. Nothing. Alright. I don't know what those do, by the way. I have no idea. Yes, my QQ will have a field day with propagation. Okay. We're going straight on. Do you have anything relevant? I don't think you do. I am... the existence of the convert your cosmic fragments into crit damage thing. I think it's a curio. Is it a curio? What is it? I don't remember. I got it once when I did the level 2. And I had like 700 crit damage on QQ. And now that I know that thing exists, I'm just like, I never want to spend cosmic fragments in this mode. I probably should have like used Luxa's thing there. I like this new interface, by the way, the randoming thing. Of course. I will take a blessing of propagation. I advise you to get some defensive options. It gets kind of insane. I mean, yeah, I'll be wishing for Fushwen soon. If I need to, I can like throw Bailu on this team, right? I could swap out probably Ting Yun, I guess. Ting Yun is someone who just is a meaningful attack buff, but also just accelerates like keeping up consistency by helping keep QQ's ult up more. But if I need more survivability, I could probably swap Ting Yun for Bailu for a built unit that I have right now. But Fushwen would be my probably preferred choice, I imagine, if I get her. But I don't know if I'm going to get her, to be clear. If I win the 50-50, I'll be like, cool. If I don't, I'm just assuming that because I want E2 links. I don't know if I talked about this on stream before, but I hate these things so much. Stop! What was it saying? Didn't get the skill point back. It's unfortunate. Okay. In this situation, I think the smartest thing to do is this. I think it'll be fine because we're not facing the bosses or anything. Oh yeah, well, more than fine. So my plan for Lynx, I want Lynx because she has a unique ability where she makes destruction, or is it destruction and something? Well, no, destruction and some other character type more likely to get attacked when you like use her skill, which I really want for Clara. And her E2 specifically, when you use her skill, it prevents the next debuff application from being applied. So Lynx also has a cleanse on her ult, but with Clara, if Clara gets, like, having a cleanse for Clara is important, yes, to make Clara not be, like, crowd controlled or, like, controlled by Kafka or whatever the fuck, right? Or, like, the deer boss. But what's more relevant is Lynx having that, preventing that happening from first place, because I sometimes have to wait until I can use a cleanse kind of thing, right? Like I'm using Locha with Clara. So I really want E2 Lynx, and I'm like 40 pulls from pity anyways, and I'm just assuming I'm not going to get E2 Lynx before going to pity. So I have at least a 50% chance, I would say, at getting Fushuan. Each skill point generates 3 energy. That's interesting. Skill point, oh, let's just choose that now. This, I mean, I'm just assuming this is a common thing. I'll be able to get this eventually easily in the future. So let's choose the damage reduction. That might make QQ not die. I could skip to one of these. I'm going to choose propagation though. The damage is so bad it will one-shot you even with a full shield around your characters. The game gets pretty tough. Yeah. I just got an achievement for something. I didn't actually read it. I was reading chat and I saw the achievement pop up. We're going to do this just to be safe. Need to start maxing talents my healers and shielders. Yeah. I mean, for this mode, oh my god, how much damage that did. For this mode, the weird thing is, like, the main issue I feel like I'm gonna have, right? It's like, what the F is, like, Bronya getting one shot. This isn't even the boss. Is like Bronya getting one shot, not, or more likely QQ than Bronya. QQ or Ting Yun getting one shot, not that I don't have enough healing. Because if I can't heal if a character's dead, right? That's why, like, Bailu, I think, in this mode is probably better than Locha. And someone like Fushuan might be also really good, too, for just eating a lot of the damage. But we'll see. I certainly will I think I will get a lot of use out of Fushuan if I get her. But unless I get really unlucky with Lynx, I don't think I'm going to use a guarantee for her if I lose the 50-50, but we'll see. I don't know why I was spending so long there. We don't have QQ's ult out, which is unfortunate, because there's 5 enemies. I don't know exactly what the buffs these swarm things do to themselves, so I'm just going to target the ones over here, I think. I'm just going to do this. And we'll use Ting Yun's. So this should be an example, by the way, where because QQ already had her enhanced base attack, her turn should end here. See, there's 2 turns remaining on that's Ting Yun's ultimate buff of 53% damage percent, and then Belloag March, of course, is Bronya's 57 crit damage and 55% attack. That should not tick down after QQ's turn here. Good. Oh, well now, oh wait, no, it didn't tick down. Yep, see, still says 2 turns remaining. Yep, even though, yeah, we started a new turn because of I think the hunt card that we had on QQ. But we still have 2 turns remaining. Right. So, weird tech for QQ to extend the, that's lucky, to extend the utility of your stiffs. Nice, 350k is okay. What do you mean I can't heal if characters are dead? Just get better. True. After the character uses ultimate, the next time they consume skill points, it will be considered as 1 additional skill point being consumed for each skill point consumed. The character's crit damage increases by 40%. What is this? Okay, this is interesting. I haven't seen this before. This effect can stack up to 2 times, lasting until the character uses an attack. I obviously got this one before. I got this one before when I did the level 2. If the team has 0 skill points when an ally uses their basic attack, additionally recovers 1 skill point. That could be good. I'm going to choose this. because this is interesting, right? Because it says after a character uses their ultimate, which means specifically in this case now it's going to change how I want to play her a little bit, because it means I'm going to want to use her ultimate before I get damage percent bonuses, but sometimes I might not necessarily always want to do that, so it's really weird. That's a really interesting one for QQ specifically. I know for Dan IL, you basically, if you have his ult up, you always, he's much simpler to play. No, not to like, I don't want to poo-poo him too much, but he's much simpler to play in that you would just use his ult always if you have it up, and then use your skills, right? There's like no reason to save his ult as far as I'm aware. I mean, there's never a situation or reason to save his ult. Obviously, if an enemy has like 2 health left, you're not going to use an ult when you have it versus saving it for the next wave or next battle or whatever. But you get the point. I'm just going to do that. Oh, I didn't even have full things. Let's see what you have, sir. Hello. That's really good. I think I should buy that. That's definitely one of the better ones he could have sold me. The character provides healing allies other than the healed target will also gain HP. I'm gonna buy that. Things are dealing a lot of damage to me already, and like if QQ goes down to half health, Tingyun goes down to half health, and Lotra only heals one of them, the other one might just die. So having that blessing means they both functionally get healed, right? Curio store, huh? Immediately gain a random 3-star blessing. Curio will be no occurrence will be triggered. Interesting. Destructible objects will appear more frequently. Interesting. I don't need to buy those, I don't think, though. I got through ST3. Is that what this is? Swarm disaster. Yes, this is swarm disaster. This is ST3. Got their ST3, but on the getting a 4, you got one shot by some random mod. Interesting. All right. People making noise in the house. Let me shut a door. You probably can't hear it because my microphone is, sure SM7B. It's like, if I move over here, you can probably barely hear me. That's just me like leaning away. So you probably can't hear the people downstairs, but I can hear it, so I wanted to shut the door. Oh yeah. It's a little robot. Schmack. Repay. Let's just do this. See how low they get. Not very low. Alright. Sure. Oh, yeah. This is the downside of Hunt Blessings is my turn order gets super effed up. Like, ugh, whatever. It's fine. Like QQ going before Branya. Okay. I have 98 speed on QQ and 150 on Branya, and QQ just went first. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to use the ult first. Whoops. Definitely should have. Alright, well, I'm not going to now. Normally, I would have used the ult after that. But now it makes sense to use the ult, right? Although they're probably just gonna... No, they didn't die. Okay, one of them didn't die. Oh, well... Oh, wait, no, that... I'm dumb. I'm dumb. This blessing just doesn't work, right? Reset. Those are all kind of meh. Sure. I'm dumb, right? This blessing doesn't... Where do we view our blessings? I forgot where you view blessings. Here? So yeah, no. Propagation. After a character uses their ultimate the next time they consume skill points, because QQ matches tiles after you use her ultimate, you can't use her skill after you use her ult. So that means this does nothing. My brain did not brain correctly there. You think I would know? I would have noticed that right away. But yeah, all right, great. I chose a blessing that does literally nothing for me. Perfect. Let's just move straight on forward. Roll a Musketeer handpiece, which I managed to get crit rate on because it already had crit damage. And every roll went into crit rate. Beautiful. Jing Liu piece. I apparently don't need this because I can't afford it. Oh, damage curios? I don't even know what damage curios are. Are damage curios is that something special to Swarm Disaster, or is that something... I have no idea. You can move. Yeah, sure. Do. Oh. I think I prefer fighting Kafka. The
Trouble ahead.
against a hyper carry team like this, any number of things Savaro might do could be really, really annoying. Alright. Oh, I didn't use... Whoops. I should have used techniques. Definitely should have used techniques. But it's fine. It's fine.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. Wait for the tide to shake up.
Whatever. It's fine. First round. Bro, these enemies are doing... This is difficulty 3? I definitely should have used
Sleep is that
Lunch's ult when I started the battle. I forgot. This is difficulty 3. This is not the final boss. And it almost just killed my healer.
you chose the wrong
I guess that's
enemy.
fine. That's actually ideal to control that one. Does QQ have any, like, dot stacks of BS on her? No. Okay.
You'll pay for this.
What the frick, man? They almost killed Lunch. It was difficulty 3. Stop attacking my QQ. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get Tingyun back and we'll have Tingyun's ult, so may as well do this. I don't think I got autarky, did I? Nope. Well, that was really unlucky. What do I have for crit rate on QQ? How did that not crit? That didn't crit. I mean, I think the reason that didn't crit is because I didn't... Like, the reason I'm over 100% now is because I have stacks of whatever the frick... critical boost, yeah. So I had, like, 90% crit rate before instead of 109. But, really? Whatever. Do one skill. I'm gonna do this. Lady. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm gonna be Kafka here. What is this mode? Yeah, okay. Okay, is Tingyun ever gonna get herself out of... Does... I forgot how the Kafka boss works. Does Tingyun ever get herself undone from this freaking thing? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, how many goddamn turns does it last? Yeah, we'll do this. God fucking damn it, QQ. I shouldn't have done that basic the previous turn that I did on QQ with her bonus turn. That was just dumb.
Let's be friends.
This is definitely an instance where I wish I had a little bit of oh my god. Where I had a little bit of ERR on Locha. I would have liked to have his ult back a turn earlier, but oh well. Yeah, damage buff, go. Alright. Wow, okay, that was really unlucky instance there. Okay, because we got for... it's probably gonna kill her. Yeah, okay, we're fine. I was deciding whether or not I want to use her ult or not. Oh my god, lady.
Nothing major.
Good, we resisted things.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Okay.
This battle is unavoidable.
Do that.
Lend me your strength.
And Gamba. Okay, weird. Lucky we got autarky. Unlucky that she'd matched 2 tiles. I don't know if she spawns anymore. That's why I'm saving the hunt path resonance. It's not that useful anyways. That's fine. In this instance, we're going to do this. Wait, I think we probably still had Bronya's ult up, so we didn't need to do that, did we? Whatever. Doesn't matter now. I severely underestimated difficulty 3 and lost my first run. I mean, I'm not confident I'm gonna win my first run. I didn't think it'd be this much. Like, I didn't have a problem on difficulty 2. And so difficulty 3 jumping did this out of 5. This is difficulty 3, and there's 5 difficulties. What in the friggin' world, man? We'll see. Like, Kafka freaking packing a wall up here. Like, the damage on these enemies is high, and they don't have their stacks of, like, resisting more damage from the thing yet. Like the final fight will have, so I'm greatly concerned. Like, she could have just killed Jing Liu there.
Receive divinity.
Better late than never. You'll pay for this.
I don't think you won Bronya. I think Trigger. Yeah, I knew it. I wasn't 100% keeping track of E1 Bronya, so I was just kind of hoping.
Gotcha.
No. Dang it, QQ. That was not the time to miss. My Gambit didn't pay off. Oh, she would have... Oh, man. Oh, come on. QQ. Please. Oh, I didn't... Okay, whatever. I'm just dumb.
Zone me out. I can help.
Okay, yep, that was my bad. I really, as soon as he got his ult up, I really should have pressed thing, and now he didn't get some energy that he would have had. Oh well.
This battle is unavoidable.
Okay.
Lend me your strength. My turn.
What? Yeah, like seriously, this damage spike is absurd. Time to play Abundance or just throw Bailu in the team, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna save things. Ah!
Friends.
No!
Not so fast.
Bro.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Okay. Do we? No, we'll be fine with this. Yeah. Okay.
Lend me your strength.
Don't want to use ult here. It's fine. It doesn't matter. How? Bro, lady, die. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Better late than never.
No, let me use this.
Nothing may eternal state.
Alright.
Lend me
And
your
this.
strength. Choose your strike.
I still don't want to use her ult. Things are not lining up well because I have to keep on like making sure I don't die. I don't think I've done this often. Oh my God! For real? What is this difficulty mode? What? It's not so bad if you get lucky on a few defensive cards. Apparently, that's important. What in the world, man? Oh my God. Like, it's weird, right? Because this is, the more you're hyper invested into like your units, the less defensive stats you might have, right? Like my QQ doesn't have many defensive stats because I have a lot of DPS stats. So, all right then. Like she murdered my healer and my DPS and almost my support at the same time. Like, I think we'll end combat. I don't see a high chance of clearing that. What? This is difficulty 3. What? Okay. I don't get it. Do I just don't ever get to unlock the propagation path then? Is that what this means? Without having, I don't know, I'm sure there's like RNG things I can try to manipulate a little bit. I need to spec more into defensive things apparently, clearly. So I don't know, what do I do? What do I do for a defensive path? What do you think? Chant. What the F is this game mode? Indeed, yeah. And again, I think this game mode is not inclined towards hyper carry. Because the fragility of hyper carry in this game is right. Like, Ting Yun is probably the one that can be sacrificed the most. I don't know. So my choices are just put Bailu, put Bailu in the team, right? So probably swap Tingyun for Bailu. More healing. And also a revive if... Well, although in that instance, Bailu wouldn't even necessarily have helped there. Well, no, she might have because Invigoration would restore damage, right? Beyond 2... The 2... The 2... Is that... No, that's pounds, I think. 2 pounds for Kafka on top. Thank you. I guess, yeah. I think Sylveon's E6... This happened because I was trashing on Sylveon's E6 Kafka yesterday in Discord. So Kafka got revenge. Preservation. Nihility with Bailu. Freeze drops, preservation stuff, healing cards. Yeah, okay. Yeah, use Hunt. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion, chat. Use Hunt. Do we use Bailu? I want the propagation path. Screw you, game. Why do they do this? I don't. I want to play more with the propagation path, not with. Let's do difficulty 1, so I can get to Trailblaze level 68. How close am I to actually to Trailblaze level 68? I don't think we're gonna do this video, but 3,000. Okay, I can math. No. There's no way we do that. How many toilet papers do I have? 2. Oh, okay. Never mind. Bailu on a soul stream? Indeed. Alright. I guess let's just try Bailu. Do we do Bailu and defensive things? I know preservation can give you a shield, but a lot of the problem with like choosing preservation is like its stuff synergizes with shields. So if I don't get a bunch of things that give me shields inherently, I don't have anything giving me shields, right? I could do remembrance for freezing. Abundance, I guess. Maybe I just do abundance. It seems so boring. We're just gonna do abundance, I guess. For propagation, you have to play a lot. That's really annoying. It's really annoying. I definitely wanted to like do abundance path this stream. So it's unfortunate. Cat, really? The cat was scratching at my door. I opened the door and there's no cat there. Alright, shutting the door again. 2 minutes later, the cat's gonna come scratching the door. To get the final path, you need to complete most of the commuting trail quests. Cool. Okay. Can you do that at any difficulty of the swarm? Gains 4 dice rerolls after obtaining this cure. Doesn't seem very good, but I'm gonna check it because I haven't gotten it before. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily for them to add more difficult modes, but the scaling on difficulty 3 being this difficult is kind of absurd to me. But I haven't exactly necessarily figured out how to play this mode. It's not necessarily a bad thing that there's difficult content, I want to be clear. I'm not just gonna mold that, oh, why is it so difficult? It's literally impossible. It's surprising that it's this hard, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah, the freaking Kafka damage is like throwing me all out of loop. Like being like, do I have to Bronya ult? Do I have to use QQ's ult to kill these things? Like, no, I don't think I have to for the first chamber or first few rooms here. But like, boy. I also, like, how the frick do I use Bailu in this team? I don't even know, man. I don't know. Now I will, just because, yeah. No idea how well Bailu's going to slot in here. Every streamer wants to play Abundance, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I don't know, why did I choose Hunt? That wasn't even that relevant of a Hunt blessing, but I mean, I guess I'll choose them because they're the only good ones here. Boink. As you complete more commuting trails, they get higher difficulty requirements. So, like, is there any, like, do I have to, like, unlock difficulty level 5 to be able to unlock the propagation path? I sure hope not. Because, like, with how difficult fucking 3 is, 4 might be difficult to clear as well. So if I have to clear 4 to be able to get the propagation path, well, that's a super bummer, because one of the reasons I'd want to play Swarm Universe right now is for the propagation path, but I have to play a bunch of Swarm Universe to get the propagation path. So I want to know how hard it is, right? Like,
A decisive
because
moment
that's
has
a
begun.
super bummer to me that I can't get the propagation path. You don't need to do difficulty 5. Okay, that's good.
Lend me your strength. Here they come.
Doesn't really matter which one is the attack. I always like the idea of Bailu, but it usually feels bad to play. Yeah, I don't think I'm necessarily great at using Bailu either. What does abundance do for every domain in the field on the field that has a mercy? It was mercy. Entering domains with this effect applied countdown does not consume. Okay, that doesn't tell me what is what. Okay, immediately gain 1 point in the countdown and okay. I don't what. Oh wait, this is it. Is it affecting this? Does the abundance path affect this countdown? That's actually significant in my opinion. Wait, what? It just went from 15 to... What? What? What is happening there? It just went from 15 to 12. What the... okay. I probably needed to read it more, but like... I gained nothing. Sad. Only 4 to get propagation? Okay. Do I have to clear 4? Or just have to have 4 unlocked? Because that seems fine. What? I don't even know what I just did. I did gain... I gained this time? What does happen? I have no idea what's happening with abundance here. The green ones give 1 extra point in the countdown, but the normal ones take 3. Ew. I don't know. Maybe not ew. I don't know. It depends how many green ones show up. If a lot of green ones show up, abundance could be useful for clearing just by nature of 1, abundance, but 2, making it so it doesn't tick down to 0 when you do the final fight. So interesting, I guess.
Wait for the time.
I'm so not used to not having Tingyun on this team. It feels so weird. Feels very weird to not have Tingyun here. And sad. I chose a shield because it seems like I might need it. Just go with the flow. Moving to a different domain this round immediately applies mercy to all domains. Okay. Okay, so maybe this is good. Weird. Every countdown point increases outgoing healing. Increasing outgoing healing is, again, when the problem is me getting one shot, like with Kafka, increasing outgoing healing is not necessarily going to change anything that meaningfully. I really need, like, a damage reduction, it seems like. Which would, of course, be, like, shields or damage reduction. Alright. Okay, that's good. Do this. We got autarky, so this is wildly harder than I thought it would be. I mean, what the frick, man? My brain was like, at the start of the stream, was like, yeah, we're gonna... Hey, we gotta turn on Bailu. What do you want to do? I guess... Sorry, it doesn't matter for this fight. It was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't state this right, but in my head I had thoughts like, you know, we'll probably be able to have, like, get to difficulty 5 and maybe do something there. I'll see how hard this hard mode is that everyone's talking about. I didn't realize people were just talking about it in general. I thought they were talking about, like, specifically, like, the higher difficulty. What? No, they're just talking about it in general. I understand now. I understood it a little bit before because of, like, some of the base information I'd seen people talk about. To be clear, I wasn't, like, completely unawares about it. Up until Kafka there, I hadn't quite realized. Okay, interesting. Oh, it can turn the boss green too, so we gain points on the boss too. Interesting, okay. Weird. So, okay. I don't know, if I can consistently gain green tiles as I did on that floor, right, I functionally didn't lose any countdown in that situation. So that was very good.
Trouble ahead.
Which presumably means, like, it's really interesting, right? Because the thing that I found weird about like these planes and this like the game board tiling thing going on, is how it seemed to have been designed where like, oh, they want the player balanced around like you can seek out going to extra tiles to get extra buffs and things and collect extra rewards. But the punishment for going to extra tiles was that like the final boss gets way stronger, and when especially when the base scaling is already so freaking ridiculous, you do not want the boss to take 30% less damage and deal 30% more damage. That is horrible. So you can't do that when I was like doing the hunt path. But the abundance path is interesting if it lets me go to more tiles, right? Because that means I can collect more total rewards. So that's really interesting that they did that. I'm glad they did that. It makes the hunt path seem really though. Because like if the hunt path is like the damage dealing path, but abundance lets me collect more buffs that give me more damage, that means abundance is the better damage dealing path, right? That's my current thinking. I could be wrong, by the way.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Look how much damage Bailu took there. What? Not that my Bailu's that well built, to be clear, but what the frick? This. Do we just? He is liking Mercy, haha. Is there some problem with Mercy? Does the balance actually go bad? On YouTube, you typically see people talk about difficulty 5, I think. I mean, I have not watched a single video on Swarm.
I'll see you off.
Not that into Star Rail at the moment. I'm into my QQ team. But not really in general, like... I don't know, I look at like Guoba certified guide videos to see if I learn anything that I didn't know before, because it's just good to not just assume your knowledge is infallible kind of thing, and that's basically it. I like Star Rail, but I like more just the best thing I think about Star Rail I maintain is the story is so much more consistently and better written. Not necessarily combat. The combat did not really engage me to any meaningful degree at all until I built QQ. So, this could be very good or very bad. So I think I'm going to choose this one. Distribute all the damage to all my allies. Immediately gain Cosmic Fragrance equal to 50% of Cosmic Fragrance in possession. We're at the start of the run. That's not very good. I guess we'll just choose this. That's a very meh one. I'm gonna try it. I'm guessing that like makes certain blessings more likely to appear, because I know like the path symbols appear on the left of those things there. Dewdrop damage is also something. True. So yeah, like at the start here, it's a bit painful potentially with Mercy, because let's just do that, I guess, and do this. What do you have here? I forgot. Are you different? Oh, this. No. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. After moving to a different domain in this round, it immediately applies Mercy to all domains that are adjacent. Okay. See, that seems fairly decent, right? Where do we want to go? Let's see. Because the pathing when I was doing the hunt path before was basically just beeline towards the boss as fast as possible to lose the least amount of countdown. But Mercy completely changes how you think about the pathing and makes it like, that's what I was confused about. I was confused about this before, is because like it felt like there was not a justification where it made sense mechanically to go and like seek out a different path. This Mercy system makes it make sense, right? With the abundance path, where like I might want to go down here, then it's going to apply mercy to all the things around me, meaning I gain a point when I go here, I gain a point when I go here, kind of thing, which I think is what I'm going to do. So we'll go to the transaction. Do you want Swarm? I mean, I don't necessarily not want Swarm. So I could have gone up, yes. No. No. That seems potentially good. What do you have? Restore HP, potentially good. Gain a blessing. Yeah, let's do this. I'm going full need to survive in this run. Shielding, please. The path choices on the Trailblaze secrets gives points for the hidden communing trail nodes. What? Select one domain, apply mercy to it. Okay. The path choices on the Trailblaze secrets give points for the hidden commuting trail nodes. I don't know what the hidden commuting trail... Oh, no, hidden commuting is the... Yeah, no, I know. Never mind, I know what you're talking about. Okay. I thought you were talking about something for, like, drawing a path here. So that's what you're saying is the reason to, like, go towards different paths. But a one-time reward system is not, in my opinion, a good design for, like, motivating the player to choose different paths. Whereas this is, like, interesting design with the mercy system. Alright. We'll see how much, like, on a bigger board here that it is still relevant for. Again, I in the first plane, I balanced out where I didn't lose any functionally, which is really good.
Time to change tactics. Lend me your strength. Choose your strike. Stay calm.
Okay. Man, not having Tingyun is so weird. You know, yeah, like my brain so badly was like, I need to use Tingyun here. But there's no Tingyun to use, sadly. That's fine.
You'll pay for this.
You'll pay for this. I probably should not have used Bailu's skill there, now I think about it, but because I could have just used Bailu's ult. But I did anyways, and it paid off because we're fine. Blam. Can this freaking trotter stop? Alright, we're gonna do this to get invigoration. I forgot the purple ult wasn't Tingyun. I know. It's so weird to me. My brain thinks it's Tingyun too. And, like, I pause and I'm just like, no, it's not Tingyun. It's a heal. Alright. Do that. Stupid trotter, stop it. Do I need to target the trotter? I think I might need to target the trotter. Alright, surely this will kill the trotter. What? Oh, there we go, okay. Oh, I should have put his field down. Whatever. Oh, well. Doo-doo-doo. Alright. Blam. 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 Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna have many skill points next. I mean, it's so weird. Like my brain. I normally have to factor in like redoing Tingyun's skill every few turns. I just don't. Oh god, it's freaking with my brain so hard not having Tingyun on the team. Oh god.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Alright. Really? I don't think we're gonna get a skill point from this because I think we got it from the previous one, right? Yep, shoot. Well, I guess we do this then. And you should die. Yes, good. Alright. Weakness break efficiency, I mean, maybe? Characters that hit consume their own HP. Characters' HP is lower than 35% when being attacked or losing HP, stores their HP. Seems good, maybe? Question mark? I don't know. I don't want to use my fragments because I have not many. Ooh. We get a shield. It only absorbs damage equal to 1%. Character uses an ultimate, they gain a shield. That seems better. I could be wrong, though. I'm not that familiar with destruction blessings. Okay. Mercy to run random domain. These ones seem worse, right? So like I should reroll that. This makes rerolling more relevant. Removing immediately applies mercy to all domains. Yeah, see that much better. Right. This does not have green. Alright. Oh, I just realized maybe the random was better in this round because I forgot that like the adjacent isn't going to do much for us here other than change this swarm tile, but it's fine. I could also go... Actually, no. You know what it does do? No, I'm going to go here. Because it'll change the swarm tile, assuming the swarm tile doesn't go away. But, and then I can get propagation buffs. I mean, it's weird to not have Branya on the team because her turn control... Oh, no, I mean... It was an obvious choice to take Ting Yuna over Branya. It's just my brain is so used to having to factor in Ting Yun things is all that's weird. I'm not saying that I would want to swap Ting Yun back in for Branya. Buttholes.
Lend me your strength.
Skill. Really? Okay. Sure, I guess. It's fine. No reason to do anything here, I don't think. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably should have used her ult because these boys are going to be buttholes, aren't they? I guess, in fact, I still can. I just wasted a slight little bit of energy from her basic attack. It's fine. Flam. Yeah. Okay. I had the right idea there. See, I know how to use Bailu occasionally. That's, weird. Okay. Let's just do this. Good, we killed one. Yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, good. That's what I wanted.
There's always a weakness.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, not having the energy back from Ting. Who knew Ting Yun was useful for her energy refunding, right? But not having the energy refunding for Ting Yun to keep up QQ's ult far more consistently is a real bummer. So don't forget to use that.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Okay, that was slightly lucky.
Need a doctor?
Need a doctor. We're going to do with this. Fluke. Alright. Can you stop?
Always a weakness. Lend me your strength. Wait for the task.
Alright.
My turn.
There we go. And do this. Blam. This took far too long for just fighting a couple swarms. It's not a boss. Oh boy. We could choose that. We could choose regenerate energy. All allies damage dealt. I mean, I can't not choose the damage. I'm never going to choose the 1-star one. Applies mercy. Okay, nice. Confirm. Alright, I think we... So this is going to call... Well, it's basically free anyways in this situation, right? So let's do it. The reason to not go down there is because we'd save one movement by going straight forward, but we need the propagation buff, obviously. And other than that, let's do this to start the battle. And we get the point back anyways, so surely the mercy will let me do it. I really like the mercy system right now, letting me path very differently on the board and try to choose more specifically what I want to do. Because before I was just basically ignoring it. Whoop. That sound effect was because you know, QQ went from like all the way in the bottom of the queue all the way up. Alright, blam, blam, blam. That works. Don't think I got autarky, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Schmack. Didn't kill him. Unfortunate. I think he might die from Quantum Break, right? So, should we use Bailu's ult? Yeah, let's use Bailu's ult. Oh wait, we already functionally had Invigoration up from Bailu's technique, so that was literally pointless. Oh well.
You chose the wrong enemy.
And you chose the wrong enemy. QQ feels so much less fun when I don't have Tingyun. Tingyun was the true carry the whole time. I mean, I already knew that, but alright. This. Can you not do that? What did you just do? No. What did you just do to Tingyun or to QQ? I have a cleanse, so it's fine. But what is this? Cannot be controlled. Oh, it's outrage. Okay, okay. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do this.
Your assistance is timely.
And we'll do this.
Troublesome.
I gotta sneeze.
This battle is unavoidable.
Stop spawning new things.
Lend me your strength. Choose new strike. My turn.
What? Why? What? Why did a new just appear? What is this? Love that Nihility removes options from the board, makes the choices easier to move in a straight line. Interesting. Why does it just keep on spawning shit? Like, fucking.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. Wait for the time.
Like, it's on the flavor of the swarm and all that, but like, come on. I just want the battle to be over.
You don't look so good.
Why? What the f is this? What am I missing here? What is happening? What fucking stupid ass mechanic just keeps on spawning enemies that take another round to kill? Stop!
Eternal state.
I just, like, what's the point?
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength. Choose new strike. Gotcha. Take on my turn.
It's fucking stupid that I have to feel like I need to use my ult here because another 20 enemies are gonna spawn if I don't. Like, what? Why?
Look at the
I'm even gonna do this. I'm just pissed off. Here, thank fucking God. The white mask thing? Oh. Awful. That's freaking awful. God. Alright, well we already know this is useless, and character uses basic attack, defense increases. I mean, basic attack crit damage is better. I'm gonna just take this at the very least, because, hey, it's defensive, and it, again, completes progress in the book, and then I never have to take it again if I don't want to take it again. For every domain on the field that has Mercy, immediately gain 1 point in the countdown, and 5 Cosmic Fragments. Oh, that seems good. We'll go here. The swarm naturally multiplies. No, it's on flavor. It's just awful. Let's do this. Let's do this. Trotters. This might be the most difficult trotters I've ever faced.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Without Tingyun, it might actually be legitimately hard to try to kill these.
Gotcha. My turn.
Okay. That was so much less damage than I expected.
I'll see you off.
Please. Bye. Alright.
Battle is unavoidable.
Well, I might kill Zero Trotters, but you know what? At the very least, I will have gotten some energy back.
You don't look so good.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Lend me your strength.
No, I'm gonna go with... Normally I would attack the higher health thing in this situation. Let's look at Autarky. Oh, I got Autarky, and I got 4 stacks. Okay, you know what?
Enter the storm.
I should probably save Bronya's for the next thing, rather than just these Trotters. But I might be able to kill the 2 if I attack this one. Or I just killed none. Okay. I think this one is gonna run away. So, yay. Why are these Trotters taking so little damage? How much freaking defense do they have? What's happening?
Lend me your strength.
Like, I was right. Literally the freaking tankiest Trotters in the universe. But like, what the frick?
Lend me your strength. Wait for the tap.
My good lord. I still managed to kill 2 of them, luckily, but like, good lord. Destruction, characters, HP. Enemies attack. Yes. This could be good too, but I'm gonna take this. And shield. Oh, no, when I gain a shield. Each enemy hit by a character. Additional. Okay. Sure. Whatever. It's fine. We got some things, I guess. Dewdrop is potentially very relevant. Mercy to 1 random. Yeah, that's fine. We'll see. Oh, let's go. We're up to 20. I've gone from like the starting 12 or 13 to 20. I like this mechanic. Like, I could literally, at this point, I could freely like spend the next plane just like going around and collect, because I don't think there's any reason, isn't it, right? Someone can clarify in chat if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm aware, there's no reason to have more than 0. So if you have more than 0 on like the final plane, you can try to like just go all around the plane, get all the buffs before you fight the final boss. Although I'm assuming I'm going to win against the second boss here. We'll see. Hello, Herta. Seems risky. Not worth, and seems better than it is in normal simulated universe. I think I'll pass. Nah. Is she really worth the investment for her fee for? I don't know. I unfortunately reroll. I did not use her before I had E6. So wait, really? Wait, really? What the oh, you can reroll into the same thing? Whatever. It's fine. See, it didn't even matter in this case because it voids out the ones behind, but yep, that's abundant. That's Abundance's thing in Swarm mode. Yeah, that's really cool. I think that's really cool. That makes it by far the most interesting one outside of just, you know, QQ buff go in propagation path. But it's good because it means I have found a path that I think I will enjoy engaging with the most unique aspect of Simulated Universe, or the Swarm mode, which is that board. Because before, the board felt completely pointless to me. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. And now it feels like it has a purpose. Like it wasn't completely pointless, but it felt mostly pointless. And this doesn't really matter at this point, other than giving me an extra point there, I guess. Yeah, like we went from 15. We went all the way from the start to there. And we went from 15 to 22. We're gonna do Cacolia because fricking Kafka. Yes, that was a live swear B button. I do have a button. Let's do this. Let's do all the healing.
Let's wait.
Plan. Plan. Surely Cacolia will not be hard. Is this like the weekly boss Cocolia? Every time I fought Cocolia before, then in not the weekly boss mode, it was, you know, the having a stroke. Like the simulated universe one, which I don't think had like the weekly boss phase. It was just like the first phase. So this might be interesting. Okay. Well, at this point, I've already used 4, so there's not really any reason to use another one. I can just use my ult at this point. Okay, and I have autarky, so this is pretty much the max I can get in this configuration right now. I did not crit. God damn it.
I'll see you off.
Lend me your strength. Wait for the time. Gotcha. Freeze to death.
Really?
Need a doctor?
That's annoying. I can use Locha, to be clear. It's just annoying.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Your assistance is timely.
Tremble before my power. Alright, right now, I'm already feeling this is substantially less annoying than Kafka was.
They come.
That was unfortunate. Alright. Attack you just because it'll break you at least. Alright, we're gonna use this. So I think we're gonna take some damage.
Assistance is timely.
Blam. Good. No problem. No problem. Did I have Bronya's ult up last turn and I just ignored it by accident? Didn't intend that.
Choose your strike. Come on, my turn.
Alright.
We've
Do
entered
this.
storm. To guard and defend.
This is why I hate Cocolia with just the freezing, or what?
Let me tend your wounds.
That's annoying. Oh well.
Nothing major.
She's still freaking. Oh god. No, it's actually ideal for QQ to be the one that got frozen because when I use Bronya's skill cleanses, right? So yeah, Cocolia is freaking tanky as heck here, but it's fine. I also am not running, you know, all the damage buffs this time. Instead, I'm running the please don't die buffs. How? Jesus. The autarky is wasted here, unfortunately, but that was a bit unlucky. That was unlucky because in that context, there was like a 66% chance, right, each time I did my skill there when I had 3 tiles matched that I got it, and somehow I used 4 skills. That's not likely. Bronya, you need to stop.
Nothing major.
Okay, so this is the same as the Memory of Chaos version.
Time to show you.
I think I'd prefer the weekly boss version.
Assistance is timely.
Okay. Why?
You chose the wrong enemy.
Ah, boy.
Troublesome.
Bro, look how much damage it was doing. Bailu carried there and just healed through it, but like, what the...
Lend me your strength.
Okay. Do this. Do this. Here we got our turkey. Good.
We've
Do
entered the
this.
storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Luck of the draw. Please. And
126k on 4% HP left. Yeah, on the first phase too. Freaking ridiculous. Alright. I know my own Bronya well enough that Bronya need... Oh my god. Did you see how much damage that did to QQ? Before Bailu just hard carried through that? Christ almighty, Bailu feels necessary for this right now. Alright, Bailu getting frozen there was actually not ideal, but it's fine, I guess, because we can just use her ult.
I feel much better.
lend me your strength. Choose your strike.
Please... Ooh, Is it better to save my skill point? Gambit. Was not. It was better to save. Alright, do we just attack? No, we're just gonna attack Bronya. Try to get her a little bit wheeled down, I guess. I should have attacked Cocolia there. But it's fine. Annoyingly, before it gets to Cocolia's turn... Oh! Oh!
Receive divinity.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, but it happened before I get to say it. Annoyingly, before it gets to Cocolia's turn, I will not have Bailu's turn to get more stacks of invigoration, and she dealt a bunch of hits of damage that used my invigoration stacks before it went to Cocolia's big damage dealing turn. So QQ just died there. I am still losing, I think, with Bailu and Locha together. Locha really does not work right for Swarm Universe. His kit is just not inclined for how this works, because you really need to prevent the big damage rather than heal it after the fact in this mode. Like, QQ was at full health there. I mean, what the... Okay, we got autarky at least. That's something.
To guard and defend. Crush them. Look at the draw. These and victory.
Can you cease existing, Bronya?
I'll see you all.
No! Why? Okay, my brain just... I just, like, did this out of habit, and then I clicked on the wrong one. Oops. Okay, Yep. Alright. That's fine. Ideal, even. Don't... Bronya, why would you shoot yourself in the face? It's very weird. Oh, I forgot to use... Oops. I definitely intended to use that. I was waiting for the couple actions, but then I forgot to use it before. I guess that actually might be fine. But I almost definitely lost there. A little bit cutting it close, but it might have actually been ideal. Bronya, cease existing, please.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Oh, please. Yes! Let's go. Get wrecked. Alright, good. Now final phase. Bronya's dead, though. When I fought this butthole in Mach before, if you kill Bronya in second phase, the third phase has not been as hard. We'll see, though. Also, we have Bronya frozen, which is not ideal. We're going to unfreeze her.
Receive divinity.
Resistance is timely.
I swear to God, if she got frozen again, I would have mauled it a bit.
There's nothing.
QQ got frozen, but as I said before, that's fine.
This battle
Ideal.
is unavoidable.
I think we are going to get a skill point back when we use Bronya's ult this time, so I think this is fine.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend.
Think.
Crush them.
I was correct. Good. I kept track of things properly. Little bro. Schmack.
The eternal flames will bury you.
Alright. We would like to... Actually, no. How much? 82? Okay, I think I'll get Bronya... Or I'll get Bailu's ult back. Yes, good. Okay. Do this. Need invigoration to hopefully not die.
You chose the wrong
And
end.
then... Yeah, we're just gonna do this.
You'll pay for this.
And then this.
Lend me your strength. Wait for the time.
Alright. This. Oh, you... No! I needed you to be... Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It saves skill points for next round. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe should have saved her ult now that I think about it, but it's fine. Alright. Good lord.
Repay.
Bro. I mean, okay, to be clear, in hindsight, like, what I wanted to do, right, I saved, because I had, like, 20 frickin' movement points, thanks to the abundance path. I could have gone around the whole frickin' board if I wanted, right, and tried to, like, farm as many buffs and shite as possible, would be the idea. I wanted to do that on the last plane, not on this plane. Anyone want to see me play some polearms only farming? Because I have to do dailies. I don't know. This feels like something I don't know. Like if you guys want to see more, I can do more. At this point, but the main decision, Alt F4 and save it for another attempt. Well, the thing is, I think I'm not saying like I couldn't get like better RNG here, in the fight, but like QQ was at full health, and she died because this enemy just deals too much damage in that, right? And like I had invigoration, I think, I had the damage reduction, so I think I'm just gonna go to Genshin and do some daily shenanigans. At this point. So, I don't know. I'm going to play more Swarm Universe, I think, on my own. I'm going to play more Swarm Universe on my own. Figure out what works for me. We'll see if I get Fushuan. I might actually wait until I get Fu. I don't know. Like, well, genuinely, I think what might be a good option, like, since Locha's kit doesn't synergize very well with this, like, QQ, Bronya, Bailu, Fushuan. Like, for consistency. To be clear, you don't have to farm rewards in this, so it's really only just like one-time rewards and then just for fun's sake. So I think it's perfectly fine that this hard mode is in the game, and again, I think I would have been fine there if I had utilized my like the Mercy properly, but it was the first time I had used it, and my thinking was save it for whatever, right? For the second playing, because I was hoping I was going to get past it, and I thought I was for a bit there, but apparently not. Whatever, it's fine. I might stream more Star Rail if you're here specifically for Star Rail. I might stream more in a few days when the Fushuan banner's live to try to get links, and then maybe Fushuan. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I do want to save like a decent bit of my resources for what's her bucket, Jing Liu. So I don't want to just dump everything into Fushuan. So I don't know. With Swarm Disaster being a thing, I actually am now even more interested in having her. So that now I've gone from being like, see, the thing is, I thought I was going to get Fushuan before because I was like, she might be interesting, which means I would definitely get her, right? And then now, because I'm actually more interested in her, now I'm probably going to lose the 50-50. That's my prediction. I'm going to lose the 50-50, and I'll get, like, I don't know, an E1 Yanqing or something. Woo. That'd be useful, wouldn't it? Yeah, so anyway, we'll see. Let's go to Genshin. The latest vid is Goat Soul. Thanks. I put a lot of work into it, so I appreciate it. I'm gonna probably spend half the day after I'm done streaming responding to comments on it. All right, let's turtle it up. We're turtle. Turtle. Blam. Turtle. Alt F4. And yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting having a difficult mode that's difficult. Like, it's really weird seeing them add that kind of mode in Star Rail, and it makes me think they just, and when they haven't like added anything in Genshin for additional endgame combat. Like, man, would it be so freaking cool for them to add like a Swarm Disaster in freaking Genshin as just like a one-time thing and a difficult combat mode that you can go to for one-time rewards, and then you can go to if you just want to do it for funsies, right? That would be so cool. But they don't. And meanwhile, Star Rail is a few months old and they have already done this. And it makes me think they've mostly done it for like to like give reasons for people to get the more power crept characters. Is my thinking. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and maybe they're just doing better. But Mahoyo, for the love of everything, please implement such a thing in Genshin. Like, anyways. Do. I posted this in Discord, by the way. Before I jumped on to the stream, I did log in and I did do dailies, but I condensed my resin on polearms only and then weapons only, and then I also bye turtle. I also whoops. Here, I guess we'll let this load while I do this. There we go. It should be fixed now, hopefully. Shortly, maybe? Question mark? Yeah, there we go. Alright, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yes, I'm probably not going to do my mana count here because I already did my mana count farming. So there's nothing interesting to show on my mana count. But I've had really terrible luck for feathers on my mana count for Golden Troop. I've been farming that since the domain came out, right? So for like a month now. Farming this stupid domain on my mana count. I've gotten weirdly lucky with timepieces on this set. But I've only gotten like one good flower, and then the only feather I got was like, it has like 24 crit damage on it, and it has like 2 ER and then 1 attack percent. Like, it's actually a decent feather. I'm going to keep it. It could be really useful on a number of characters, but also, like, how do I, like, compared to the amount of Marchese Hunters set pieces that I got on my account, weird that I haven't gotten a single feather other than that one. And today I got a good one. It was double crit with attack percent, rolled defense the last line, and rolled entirely into crit. It's like 7.4 crit rate, or 7.8 crit rate actually, and 26.4 crit damage. A nice 40 CV Golden Troop feather. My fish will eaten well. Or my Furina in the future. We'll see. So, I'm a happy boy. I don't know why I came over here. Because I'm stuck in the Gilded Dreams hell right now, and like, I don't know. I might stop farming Gilded Dreams, because I hate Deepwood on this account. Like, Deepwood artifacts are not useful on this account at all anymore. So, like, outside of, you know, getting goblets, or the most utterly cracked, like, 4-line no dead stat, rolls entirely into crit off pieces, Deepwood is, like, useless for me. So I the only reason I keep on farming this is because I wanted the EM timepiece with crit so that, like, my Melt Rosaria properly utilizes Staff of Scarlet Sands maximally. That's just oh, I got a freaking finally I got a crit damage circler for the first time ever with crit rate on this account, and it even had ER, and then it rolled attack percent last time. I was like, sweet, this is probably an upgrade over my other one for Rosaria, which has 80 EM, 1 ER line, and 2 attack percent. But, like, honestly, I think it's a side grade. If I swap out around different artifacts in Rosaria where I would need the extra ER, this could be an upgrade over this one. But as it is, it's got the same attack percent, 2 more ER, and 1 more crit rate rolls, right? So if I don't need the ER, this is trading 80 EM for 1 crit rate, which is not worth. Like, this is better, substantially better. So I didn't even get an upgrade. I've been farming this for freaking 2 months, and I've gotten nothing to show for it. This is why I don't like farming for one specific thing. But in Polearms only, there's nothing really to do anymore than farming for one specific thing, so I don't have energy on any of my characters. I guess I should just use Hu Tao then. That's why I have Hu Tao. I didn't have a shield up. I have Hu Tao in this team specifically, like, so when I don't have energy for Overworld, I can just use Hu Tao. This is mostly an Overworld team. Yeah, Hydra Hu Tao, go. Oh, pop quiz for you guys. Who's the most useful, or sorry, which character on Polearms only can apply the most Hydro? That's the right way to phrase that question, I think. Which character in Polearms only applies the most Hydro? Abuse the test trial. Oh, I really like Hu Tao and want to pull for her, but I'm a mobile player and don't know if I will be able to play her correctly. I mean, I don't think jump canceling is necessarily that hard on mobile, right? Because it's just like, isn't it just like, right, hold charge attack and then jump? Like, I feel like jump cancel is probably not that hard on mobile. Dash canceling probably is a lot more annoying, but if you're not going for C1 Hu Tao, it's not relevant. Not really relevant. Not irrelevant, I believe it.
I'm getting sick.
Testing my cake.
It's not Candace. Candace is the one that enables the character that applies the most Hydro in polearms only, because she gives them a Hydro infusion. But Candace is not the one that applies the most Hydro. I've actually already given you the answer. I may not have said it outright, but I did show the answer. I'll stop being coy about it, and I will show the. I'll show what I'm talking about. I'll show you who the best Hydro player in polearms only is. It's not really that useful, but it's not technically completely useless, and it is actually a funny illustration of how like Candace is weirdly more useful than you might think. And also that like Hydra application is not really the problem that polearms only has. It's more the fact that we only have one Hydro, and we also only have one Dendro. Like, I'd rather have more Dendro and Anima options than I would have more Hydro options. So I would like more Hydro polearms, to be clear, but I would like more Dendro or Anima polearms over more Hydro polearms, actually. It is Zhongli. Yep. I will demonstrate this against Masanori in a second more properly. But yes, Zhongli applies more Hydro when he's infused. The reason for it is because his normal attack string, right, is fairly fast and has lots of hits, right? So when you apply elements, the standard outside of moves like Xiangling's burst applies pyro every single time it hits, but most hits in the game, you know, follow every 3 hits of a character's ability or every 2.5 seconds. And for Zhongli, since he has a really fast normal attack sequence, and he has his sequence where he has that one hit that like sends his polearm flying forward, he applies a meaningful amount of Hydro, such that like he can apply enough Hydro to keep Xiangling vaping consistently. So yes, it is Zhongli's normal attacks. Wow. Wow. Alright. Quality artifact day. I mean, to be clear, I did see the one double crit piece. It's just a problem of there's no way for that double crit piece to be an upgrade for my Rosaria. Well, okay, it could be a side grade. This is a 4-line with 2 extra ER. This is a 4-line 40 CV that high rolled, and it has 2 extra ER rolls for Mount Rosaria. So this piece... Oh, it had 80. I thought it had attack percent even. No, this piece literally can't be an upgrade, I don't think. So, you know. Oh yeah, I got this piece. This was a 3-line, I think. Was it a 3-line? 1 crit rate, 3 crit. Yeah. This was a 3-line 0 dead stat. So this piece could have been an upgrade. Like, so it's possible that 3 lines can be upgrades as far as like total damage stats, if I don't need the ER. But like, not if they were like this. So, anyways, I'll level this for the funsies, but it's actually not possible for this to be an upgrade. Barring, okay, I was going to say barring it having EM or attack percent on the last line, and then me being able to get other artifacts in the future that would allow me to not need, because if I don't need the extra 2 ER lines, which right now I definitely do, if I don't need these 2 ER rolls, then yes, something else could be better, like this, but it would have had to have an EM or attack percent on the last line, so this is not going to be an upgrade. Nope. Didn't roll bad, but it's not good enough. That's just the state poems only is in. Like, I should maybe keep it, to be clear. I should maybe keep this piece in case it's useful for, I don't know, maybe like vape Candace or something. I could put 4-piece Gilded Dreams on Candace. Like, I should maybe keep it for that, but like... fine. You would actually, to put my money where my mouth is, we'll level it up. If it gets another crit roll, this one rolled okay enough, then maybe I keep it. No. Bye. Yeah. So, I wouldn't complain about having another option for a DPS piece, right? But like, not useful to me. Oh, we have something else fun we could do on artifacts on this account. I have a couple double crit Deepwood pieces. Again, Deepwood, not really useful, but just for funsies. You know what? Obviously, we don't care about that. just for funsies, you know, we'll just we'll throw my. I don't think they were. Yeah, they weren't timepieces. I do have 2 ER timepieces. That could be okay, but I believe they were all feathers. Like I have, I think 4 or 5 double crit deepwood feathers for some godforsaken reason. And yeah, we're gonna go level those up. Yeah, I have 4 double crit ER, double crit ER, double crit attack percent, double crit ER. Not only do I have 4 double crit, 4 double crit deepwood pieces on feathers, I have. They're all 3 good lines. So let's start a poll. Will any of these roll 1 dead stat? So 1 dead stat means 1 dead stat means that this would have to roll, right? So it would mean that it doesn't roll into defense at all, right? This doesn't roll into defense at all. This doesn't roll into flat HP at all, because the 1 dead stat would be the one that it starts with, right? So I'm saying these have to entirely, one of these artifacts has to entirely roll into crit, ER, or the one with attack percent, right? Will one of them roll like that? A single one. Statistically, I think it's fairly likely, because, right, if we're doing 4 rolls on each of these, it's a 75% chance times 4. It's not 0.75 times 4, but 75% times to the power of 4. Very important difference, which is a 30% chance. Each one of these has a 30% chance. So if each one has a 30% chance, that would mean one of these should roll no dead stats. You know how the artifact luck works. I know. I'm just seeing what chat thinks. I thought chat would vote mostly no. All right, chat thinks one of these will have 1 dead stat. I am going to bet no. I'm gonna bet not a single one of these will completely avoid the dead stat. So this one's definitely gonna roll at least once in defense. Uh-oh. We can't succeed. No. There's no way it succeeds in the first roll. There's no world where that happens. I told you. See, I freaking told you. Bye-bye. I knew it. I knew it. This one is 100% also going to roll in defense. Bye-bye. Told you. I knew it. See, like, yes, it's likely that one of these rolled entirely into crit, entirely into the good stats, right? But we know how this works. It doesn't actually happen. It might be likely, but it doesn't actually happen. Told you, lucky 777s. I told you. We got one more shot. Don't let me down, game. You gotta prove me right. This is going to roll into defense. I told you. Alright, now for real, I should have maybe considered if I wanted to actually keep any of these, but I don't think I care. Because, yeah, so, like, yeah, the only character right now on the count that cares about, and there's no freaking Dendro polearm on the horizon in the next 20 years, so, like, yeah. This is a crit rate, a whole bunch of ER for Yao Yao. I would have potentially kept one of those if they rolled more than 2 lines in ER, but none of them rolled more than once in ER. So, like, cool. I was correct. You people who voted yes, you were wrong. All right. Well, there you go. Artifacts. Do I have anything else to level up? I don't think so. I think that means we're moving on to polearms, to weapons only, where we actually get lucky. For some reason, I got lucky yesterday. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was the day before. I don't know. Yesterday or the day. Oh wait, I have to do dailies. Let's not forget about dailies. I should not forget about that. But yeah, yesterday or the day before, I got a very lucky artifact on weapons only that potentially accelerated the timeline for me being able to make a video I want to make from, like, I might make this into a month, where now I might be able to make this video next week if I get one more decent artifact. So. Wait, I phrased my poll the wrong way. I'm a twat, by the way. I meant to put, would any of those not roll one dead stat. I'm a big old twit. Sorry, chat. You are not dumb. You read correctly. I'm dumb. I just typed incorrectly. In my head, I definitely meant to do, will any of those artifacts not roll one dead stat? So, like as in, would any of them entirely roll good? And none of them did, because that's how artifacts do. But, anywho's. So, you were correct, chat. You sided with me. I just am a dumb. I'm a big dumb. I forgot the most important word to put on that poll. Yeah, no, I mean, no, I think you read it correctly, Sylveon. I think the way I definitely could have phrased that poll better, in general. But yeah, my intention was for you guys to vote. My intention when writing the question was for you guys to vote yes, if there would be a single one of those 4 artifacts that rolled only into good stats, right? That was the intention, and I phrased it bad. Happens when you work on a video for too long? Yeah, I know. Especially one where I wrote way too many words. The video actually ended up being shorter. Like, when I wrote a 6,000 word script, I was like, oh god, how long is this video going to be? It's actually shorter than I expected. I cut out chunks of it, to be clear. But the vast majority of the scripted stuff that I wrote is in there. I only cut out a good chunk of the unscripted section, and the unscripted section wasn't even completely unscripted, in case that wasn't obvious. The unscripted section in that video was more just like I had the script to the side and had like a number of like a paragraph of like main points without like me reading it directly out. Because most of the video was me like reading off of a teleprompter. Whereas the section where I was like drawing on the graph was me glancing through and referencing as I was trying to follow just basic points, right? So the term for that, like in like speech terms, I think is there's some term for it. It's basically kind of like almost like giving a speech off of really. God dang it, I was hoping that like this is the stupidest configuration. I know Jing Liu's skill would just do it, but I thought I was gonna be able to like one charge attack through it, but she kept on getting stopped. So anyways, doesn't matter. Anywho's. Honkai looks weird. Indeed. I'm sorry, Corin. The first 2 hours of the stream was Honkai, and then I'm finishing up the stream doing Genshin. So it's just I play more than one video game on a stream at a time, and I just try to title the stream for whatever the majority of the stream is, right? So as long as I don't play Genshin for 2 hours, I wasn't misadvertising. But, yeah. And like, yes, if I was a smart boy, I would not do this, I guess. I would just leave YouTube streams to be only one specific thing, and then when I finish the stream for the one specific thing, I just end the stream. But it doesn't make sense to me to be like, end this, I want to play and talk about things in Genshin with you guys. Oh, I should end the stream and restart another stream, but now with a Genshin thumbnail, and then I have to go to the effort of preparing another thumbnail just for like doing fucking Genshin daily things, like right? It's more just like, hey, look, Polearms Only is an account I still actually log into. And like I am leaning towards, by the way, trying to pull another Staff of Homa for Freeze Rosaria, because main problem with Freeze Rosaria, a big problem with Freeze Rosaria is like I would like to use Staff of Homa for Freeze Rosaria on Polearms Only, but when I'm like in Abyss, but usually I end up using Hu Tao in some form. So, and I obviously want Staff of Homa, and my entire Hu Tao build is balanced around Staff of Homa. So I want to use Staff of Homa on Hu Tao, but then if I want to do Freeze Rosaria, I also want to use Staff of Homa on Freeze Rosaria, which means, yeah. So you get the point. Staff of Homa would be nice to have an extra copy of, and I have a couple wishes available. So I could definitely guarantee getting one. I don't really want to spend 200 wishes to get Staff of Homa, to be very clear. I hope that Fab Lance is on the banner. That'd be the main thing. If Fab Lance is on the Staff of Homa banner, I will 100% wish him that banner. To try to get one more Staff of Homa, because I would like to get like 1 or 2 copies of an R5 Fab Lance on this account eventually. I currently have 6 copies of R1 Fab Lance. So, and I don't want to refine any of them right now. I'm comfortable refining any future ones I get, but I don't want to refine any of the existing ones, because there might be circumstances where I need 6. There has been circumstances where I needed 5 Fab Lances, and I left the 6th one just in case. So, but there's a couple characters like Yoon Jin that I would really like refinements of Fab Lance on. So, anyways, pull a Homa for every character. Yeah, I need a Homa for Rosaria. I need a Homa for Toma, Staff of Toma. I need a Homa for Jing Liu. I need a Homa for Xiangling. I need a Homa for Raiden. All these characters are damn it. I need a Homa for Candace, just for Candace. No. I could use another Staff of Homa. It would be useful. So I think it's worth the risk to go for like 1 more. But anything more than like 1 pity, I don't think I'm gonna do, because I don't know. We'll see. Again, if Fab Lance is on the banner, and like it depends. Fab Lance it's dumb to pull for individual 4-stars, especially a weapon banner, to be very clear. But it's like the #1 thing I could think of to actually improve anything on Fulham's only, that other than them just releasing new characters at this point. So, and I have enough wishes, that's probably fine, right? And I can make a video out of it too. That would be the idea as well. It'd be a video, can resurrect Fulham's only a little bit, and then yeah. I'd rather get like another Staff of Homa over like going for C2 Raiden, for example, I think. Because I don't really think C2 Raiden's going to be that useful. And then, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm a little bit pessimistic that they'll run Fab Lance with Staff of Homa, because traditionally they have run Staff of Homa with Dragon's Bane, because Dragon's Bane works on Hu Tao, right? They do tend to do that, right? Where like if a character works more well on certain 4-star weapons that for the characters they're running, they tend to have a higher chance of putting that weapon. But I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be Dragon's Bane, but I hope not. We'll see. Am I done this count? I think I'm done this count. All right. I could do Abyss on Poems only today, but it's like the same as the Abyss I did last week. So like, why? I don't think anyone cares to see it. You're gonna get a Homa for Shen, huh? I respect it. This account is not the one with C60 long. No, that account is polearms only, where it only uses polearm characters. And go to weapons only real quick. I'll show you guys what I've been doing in the last few weeks, which is not much. I will probably, if you're waiting for a weapons only episode, I don't know when the next one's coming out, because I've just been farming for artifacts. So there's like nothing to make an episode on right now. I've been farming for Thundering Fury to try to make Thundering Fury Bennett work. TF Bennett is something I have never actually tried. And, you know, Freedom Sworn is definitely a good option for TF Bennett. I would prefer something like a Jade Cutter or something for an ideal TF Bennett, to be clear. But we don't have that. So, you know, Freedom Sworn has, or sorry, Jade Cutter is literally not ran since I started the weapons only account. So, you know, didn't really have a chance. But anyways, I got this good feather. Like there's a really, really good feather. Like a 30 CV was there at that stat. Really, really fantastic feather for Thundering Fury Bennett. But then nothing else until yesterday. I believe it was yesterday or Friday. It was within the last 2 days. I got an onset goblet. I got a pyro goblet that had crit rate and ER, I believe. No, sorry, it was crit rate, max roll crit rate, EM, and then the 4th line rolled crit damage, and then it rolled okay. It rolled twice into defense percent, but it has max roll crit rate, 2 max roll crit damages, and 2 max rolls of EM. So this is an onset goblet with 5 maximum rolls of like very damage relevant stats for Thundering Fury Bennett. So honestly, this is a really good onset goblet. It has the same crit value as the other best pyro goblet I have on the account, right? So it's actually a very good goblet. for my purposes, and takes the timeline of like, wow, it might take 3 months to get the artifacts, to now I might only take me, because I just need like a decent flower, which this is the best one I've gotten so far. I just need a decent flower and then an okay circlet, and then I could use like this off-piece EM timepiece. Thundering Fury Bennett definitely wants an ER timepiece, right? Or sorry, EM timepiece. And yeah, I don't know. Is that I think that's probably the best EM timepiece I have, almost assuredly. So this didn't roll that well in the crit, but it has high stat value, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, so yeah, we'll probably have a video for polearms only soon. We'll probably have a video for weapons only soon, TM. But yeah, I don't know. The last 2 weeks I've been really focused on the video I posted today. And I don't know. I haven't looked at the stats in a while. Hopefully it's doing okay. I've certainly put a lot of work into it, so. And I have no idea whether my dream of that video will result in anything. I'm not going to hold out that much hope for it, but my hope is, yeah, it'll just make people discuss the 4-star issue more seriously and maybe trigger Hoyoverse into doing something. Don't taunt me with your Freminet. So I don't know. We'll see. But now back to like my regular scheduled programming. Next week I plan to make Crit Kokomi video, I think, just because it's on my mind, and I think it's more appropriate to do that before the new character's release rather than after. So my plan is, next week's video is Crit Kokomi, and then week after that is probably going to be polearms only, or my, if I decide to do my gimmick of I pull for whatever character on my main account, which is Hu Tao or Nubilet, depending on what weapon I get. I'd prefer Nubilet at this point, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what I do. Point is, there might not be another weapons only video for like 3 weeks. Which is fine, because it might take me 3 weeks to get artifacts. And that's kind of it. But weapons only is not abandoned yet. I shouldn't say that. God damn it. I'm just going to trigger people to be like, oh, you're debating. I mean, weapons only will end eventually. I have a plan on how to end weapons only, but more specific even one. I'm not going to say more specifics, but I have more specific ones than even what I have said before that I would do. And dead. I'm using Hyperbloom mostly in Overworld because this is the team that the Thundering Fury domain is misery. I hate it. This account, I don't know, unless I'm just not thinking of things properly, this account does not have any good way to deal with all the Electro bullshit. Melt and Hyperbloom clear the Thundering Fury domain in about a minute each, and this team felt slightly more consistent at clearing it than the other team. Oh, by the way, I reconfigured Dendro Traveler's artifacts, and now I should probably level 90 them, because I have some actual good crit stats on them, like really good stats. Overall, for them, just like I just stacked ER in them, 54 crit rate, 120 crit damage. Like if I level 90 them, I can get some not insignificant spread damage, but yeah, there's a lot of resources level 90. Could be worse. I haven't uploaded for my only Genshin series in months. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to just completely abandon it. I want to end it off proper, and I have an idea for ending it off proper, but I am, if it's not obvious to anyone, I've tried to transition away from only series stuff. I will continue making more, videos on stuff like polearms only, because I enjoy polearms only, and streams on it. I genuinely enjoy the combat more quite often in polearms only than my main account. Sometimes. It depends. Lately I've been having a lot of fun messing around with different things on my main account, but I'm just trying to transition to a different form of content for Genshin than just only series, because it gets really tiring making new accounts and things. I don't know. I don't know. I still like oldies only as a concept. I might try to resurrect oldies only for like Furina or something, but like, I don't want to commit to another series. There's so much effort, and they have very quick diminishing returns for like people watching. And it's not like an insignificant amount of people watch Weapons Only. I've been surprised with how many people consistently watch Weapons Only. It's just, yeah. It's just really tiring. Any feeling that I've had when playing Genshin, or feeling of burnout that I've ever experienced when playing Genshin, is largely due to the fact that I have multiple accounts that I have to deal with. It really wears on you having to do 3 accounts worth of dailies. Especially Weapons Only, where things take slightly longer to do. It doesn't take as long as it used to be clear. But it still takes time. Fabge, indeed. Did I ever write that note? Let me check my notes. But yeah, okay, there we go. I just had to type in my notes. So yeah, I know what the last episode of Weapons Only is going to be. I know what it's titled. I have a vision in my mind for what the thumbnail is. But don't worry, it's at least a few months away. But I intend to not run Weapons Only for like another year, is what I would say. Why did I look over there? I just need to go claim my dailies. Brain, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with my brain? I'm excited for the changes to dailies. I mean, Mihoyo is not great at communication. They didn't really properly explain any meaningful info about how the new system works. I'm going to guess it's going to be a system that was a weird tonal shift there, sorry. I'm going to guess it's going to be a system that lets us skip the, like, daily, the annoying daily. Because most of the time when you're doing dailies in Genshin, right, you have, like, that one daily that you have to talk to a person, and sometimes it's just, like, talk to this person, teleport here, go back to them, talk to them again. It's just like, they can be really awful. My guess is it's mostly just going to let us be able to skip those with some amount of regularity. But like one thing they said is like, the way you get like dailies done is by like accruing points that you get for like doing quests in general and like doing exploration. Are they going to retroactive like? Well, this account I haven't explored that much, but like I'm almost 100% explored a lot of Mondstadt. There's not much more to get those points in from Mondstadt chests because I've already done stuff there. So are they going to retroactively give us points for having already done a shit ton of exploration? Probably not because I didn't mention it. But like, and most notably, do those points carry over, or is it like only points that I get that individual day? Because it's only if like, yeah, opening chests count towards your daily points, your daily completion for the day, but it's only chests that you open that day. That's not f***ing useful. Because sometimes I'm not going to necessarily feel like exploring that, but if like I want to explore when I feel like exploring. So if I explore and it like stockpiles points that I can use for the next day, that's awesome. But if it's not, and it's only that day, so I think it's going to be a very whatever change is my guess. But at the very least, at the bare minimum, my biggest issue with the daily commission system, because I get why it exists. My biggest issue is mostly those dailies that just take a nonsensical amount of time because you have to teleport and go through 20 lines of pointless dialogue that you probably have already seen before for no reason, right? That's the most aggravating part about dailies for me, is those commissions. So as long as it lets me skip those and takes less time on average to complete dailies by being able to skip those, good change. But yeah, it's going to really depend on how exactly it works, and they haven't revealed like the most notable information, which would be like if you can stockpile those points that you get. If you can stockpile points that you get for doing exploration and things, then that might mean you can do like 10 hours of exploration one day, and then you have enough like points stockpiled for like 10 days worth of dailies. That'd be freaking awesome. Wouldn't that be awesome? Like being able to, like, I don't think they're going to do it. and then you just had to like log in, redeem the points kind of thing every day. I don't know. That's what I'd like to see, but they haven't even said if that's how it works, so I don't know. Alright, there we go. I did that first just to trade those cores, because need to wait for cooldowns. If I don't wait for cooldowns, since you get Effie and the bird still. Yeah, the Hyper Bloom is still not ideal here, because the auto-targeting jank, basically. And then the Electro things end up triggering the thing before I hit it with Hydro, which is annoying. But it works well enough. That's fairly consistently able to clear in a minute. If it goes really well, it clears in 40-45 seconds, so that's why I'm using this team. And it clears dailies in Overworld, so I don't have to change teams constantly, obviously. Sad. I mean, I guess I'll lock this to be clear, but I don't think I'll need that ever. Oh, bye, crazy kid. Didn't notice. I was not paying attention. I was talking too much. Hope it takes the HSR route, but usually Genshin doesn't match my hopes, so I'm on the edge for now. Yeah. So, I'm glad they're changing it in some form. But, oops. But also, it really depends on the details. How good it is depends on the details, but overall I imagine it will be an improvement. The question is just how much of one. What? I'm just switching to the wrong characters. Here you will see now it's going to take 20 seconds longer because I swapped the wrong characters a couple times. See, this is the annoying situation here where I have to start a rotation when the slime's still alive. It's fine. Official should kill that one, and then we have to deal with one more, and because they're buttholes, it's just such a freaking time-wasty domain. There we go. But, yeah. When I was playing Melt in this team, in this domain, it has the problem of not being able to react consistently because Electro on everything. And then Overload, like, Melt is playing... Aww. Aww, we could have gotten... Oh, game. I could have been an onset time piece. We could have... What was the thing? Oh, like Xiangling Overload knocks them back, so like it's just really annoying. And I don't have C4 Xiangling, so and I'll probably never have C4 Xiangling. Oh, you know what? One thing I should bring up here that I probably need to ask, I guess, on stream because it might not. I don't know why I did official there. This might not show up in a weapons only video. Xingqiu is currently in the shop. A big problem with weapons only is like choosing what characters to get in the Paimon shop. Part of me wants to not buy the Xingqiu Constellation in the shop right now because Bennett is coming back in the shop in November, I believe, and I think I should. Let me go. I gotta double check the Paimon shop. Boy, I bungled all this up. Stop targeting the box! For the love of everything, Jesus. Oh, I hate this freaking domain. Alright, and here's the everything's gone non-ideal. The heck. Yeah, this is the Thundering. This domain sucks balls. I'm farming this and then I'm strong boxing for Thundering Fury as well, by the way. Just that's the fastest way to possibly get Thundering Fury. So, yeah. I don't think I need that. It said somewhere it will reset daily. And then cool. Great. This thing about... Oh yeah, so like Paimon shop... I'll finish farming here quick. Paimon shop in weapons only, because constellations are so important, and like for example, National just like doesn't... It feels like absolute yet without C4 Xiangling, in my opinion. So, and Xiangling in general is just much worse without C4. She is not bad, I would say, but much harder to make feel good. And then constellations like Shangzhou constellation. Shangzhou has a number of important constellations. The most notable C1 is it's like not technically useless, but like it's mostly C2, right? And then C4 is actually pretty good, and then C6 is obviously really good. Official does not have the most necessary constellations, which is nice. But then there's also characters like, for example, Sucrose is just nice to have constellations like Farazan, yeah. Beidou is basically a completely not usable character without C2, is my understanding. Like, she just doesn't function for what Beidou is useful for without C2. So, yeah, like, and like, those are all characters, I'm specifying these characters because they're characters that show up in the shop rotation. Oh, and then Bennett. The reason I mentioned Bennett is because Bennett's coming back in November. Because we've gotten lucky, we've gotten copies of Bennett from the shop. From Wishing, and then we got, I think, one from the shop, maybe? I think I bought C1 Bennett from the shop, and then I got C2 Bennett recently on a banner. And then C3 Bennett came from the event in 4.0, right? If Bennett is back in the shop in November, I would like to buy another copy of Bennett because that's C4, which means we would need only one more copy of Bennett to get C5, which is relevant, potentially. But, I don't know. I don't think that's actually that worth doing. Versus Xingqiu, where I can get an extra copy right now in the shop, and then like the Leeway selector I can get in the future. But the thing is, if I'm using Star Glitter for Xingqiu and choosing to do like get C2 Xingqiu with the Leo selector, it means like I'm definitely not. I mean, I'm even lowering my chances even more of getting a Xiangling C4, right? Like, I would like to try to get copies of Xiangling in the shop as well as much as possible, but like I don't have infinite Star Glitter, right? I have finite Star Glitter. I have enough for one right now, and like I'd have enough probably to save for like one more character the next like 150, 200 wishes I use, right? Which is not what I have right now. So like, there's just like no winning, and I don't know what the right decision is. I think Xingqiu is probably the correct decision. But it's also a situation of I might end the series before we even get to the Leeway selector again, so we'll see. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's gonna really, oh no, this is gonna really F up this run. I thought I was gonna F it up, it didn't, because I thought that Cookie's thing was gonna trigger that before I managed to hit it with Xingqiu. Oh, so didn't expect that to be down, but it was down because I used it. Duh. Alright, well it did still screw up things, but in the way I didn't expect. Everything's out of sync now and it's pain. Alright. Yeah, I can always kill one of them really easily because I can just like perma-stun them, and then the other one is just awful. Yeah, good, I got it. Okay, Hydro. Oops. There we go. Xingqiu cons are really good, so I would say it's more than likely the right choice. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Xingqiu. But I figured I'd bring it up with you guys to figure out. Yeah, don't really need those. Alright, cool. What is the exact Paimon shop rotation? Let me go double check quick. Paimon shop rotation. Yeah, and like Xiangling is so weird because it's like C4 Xiangling would be by far, I think, the biggest difference maker for weapons only, to take it from being like feeling like shite for like options I have to like deal with things in Abyss kind of thing, to I can competently deal with things now. But Xiangling's constellations on the way to the C2 are not that good. C1 is okay. Like it's actually pretty decent on paper, assuming Guoba has hit the enemies to reduce pyro res. But so anyways, yeah, so January and July is official. February and August is Beidou. I would have liked to get a copy of Beidou, but I didn't actually have enough Star Glitter in August. I think I had 32 in like the end of August, and then I've gotten a couple more from Standard Wishes since then. So yeah, and Ningguang Xingqiu in March, September, April and October, Razor and Amber. November and May is Bennett and Lisa, and then Barbara and Kaya. So like yeah, and like we can't realistically go for standard banner constellations if we want to try to save some for Xingqiu, Xiangling, Bennett constellations. So yeah, I don't know how to decide. Like, and like the right decision in my opinion would be like would depend on the character. Like if I get a Xingqiu when I next wish for a weapon banner when I'm wishing the weapon banner just by sheer luck, then Xingqiu is obviously the right choice to buy right now. But if I got a Bennett constellation, I would rather kind of like make sure I have enough. Then if I got a random Bennett, that would mean I have C4 Bennett now. I can guarantee getting C5 Bennett by the shop rotation and be one away from C6 Bennett. C6 Bennett would be super, super cool to have fun with on weapons only. It'd be crazy to be able to get that. It'd be super lucky. But like, yeah, so I don't think C6 Bennett is a realistic thing to aim for because it would require getting really lucky. Or, you know, buying a copy of him in November and a copy of him in fucking June or something. So, I don't know. Yeah, I might do a poll to see, I guess, on YouTube what people want me to pull for or buy in the shop on weapons only. Actually, you know what? Let me add a note. Do YouTube pull for weapons only shop character? So yeah, and if I get like if I somehow like you know get a Xiangling constellation off standard banner and then get a I have a wish. Wow. If I got a Xiangling constellation off standard banner, right, and then I got like a Xiangling constellation off weapon banner suddenly, and suddenly now we're at C2 Xiangling, and I can get C3 Xiangling from the Leeway selector. Like honestly, if I got 2 random Xianglings, that would motivate me to actually continue with weapons only. Like right now, weapons only is in a permanent state of like never having enough resources to truly invest in the things I kind of want to invest in, and always being trapped and doing like, I don't know, it's just really awkward. And like right now, I'm working on doing Thundering Fury Bennett, right? Because it's just a simple farm for new artifacts type of build. And then I want to, and gives me more value out of potentially getting like a new crit sword in the future. And then I want to like build Yunjin, which I mentioned in the previous video, for another alternative for using DPS Barber, because I think it actually might be pretty fun. But I don't know. Anyways, I think that's all I got for this stream. So you can keep an eye out for that poll. Watch my video I posted today if you didn't already, because I worked real hard on it, and I think it's pretty good, hopefully, maybe. And yeah. 42-29 of 4.1 stream, you can see the info that says the points, I didn't watch the stream, are only valid on the day where they're acquired. That is really shit. So, yeah. Like, I'm never going to choose to do exploration. Well, okay. Asterisks. There might be days where I want to do exploration, to be clear. And on days that I do exploration, it's nice that exploration counts as my dailies, I would say. I do think it is a good change. But as a longer term player, it's not going to meaningfully change my daily habits, because the quicker thing is going to be doing the little quests that kill enemies, that take 30 seconds to kill 5 enemies, right? Where it takes more time to teleport to a spot and walk to the thing than it takes to actually complete the commission, right? So I don't think the new commission system is going to meaningfully affect my experience in commissions then. So, which is not surprising. They've at least slightly improved it. If it at least has a way where I can do something that's quicker than what it was before to avoid those absolutely awful commissions that sometimes show up. Some of them are fine, right? Like the one I had before was you know hitting the things from Ellen. That's great, because you go there, you talk to Ellen, you smack the things down, you talk to Ellen, you're done. But then there's like Tales of Winter, where you go here, you talk to the dude, you go here, fight the enemies, have to kill all the enemies, go teleport back, glide all the way over, go back in there, loading zone for the cathedral, talk to him again, have to leave. Awful. Awful. And, oops, there's a lot of them like that, so, anyways. Alright. Can I get to Battle Pass level 50? In this stream? I think the answer is... no. Wait. Can you do this yet? I feel like that might take too long. Yeah, I think we're going to say no. The logic would be to get another wish, but I don't think we're at 4-star pity, so I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, no, we're not even close. All right, so, yeah, this is a stream. Anyways, there'll be more video. I got plenty of ideas in the pipeline, more videos. Hopefully, I won't have like a 2-week gap again, because most of the main videos I have in my pipeline for the next few weeks at least are easier to make, which is good. Bye bye. Thanks for the support.